Good evening, everyone, and we welcome you into Bobcat Stadium, home of the Bluffton Bobcats, where tonight WHHI Sports presents the Broad River Bowl with the Bobcats hosting the Beaufort Eagles. I'm Chris Tremblay, joined by Bob Stevens and Jeff Shane. And Bob, it's regional time. We're getting down to the end here. It's going to determine, well, for these teams in this region, they're all going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, they are. Just 3 games to find out how good you are in the region and to get yourself seated. So every game is so critically important. The Bobcats, you remember the old line for Bill Parcells, you are what your record says you are? Is this a 2-4 football team? I don't think so. They've been punching above their weight. They've certainly got a chance to be a part of this game and a part of this region if they can take their youthful players and make something happen. Biggest key, I think, of this game is whether they can keep seniors on the Beaufort defensive line away from quarterback Kirkland with an offensive line that has 2 sophomores, a junior, and 2 first-year seniors.
And you bring up a great point there. We're talking about a Bluffton team that last year had an offensive line where 4 of the 5 were over 300 pounds, and they just pounded it. And this year we're seeing a little bit more in the air.
Yep, they are. They're throwing it, but they've always thrown it. That's Bluffton High football. They will test Beaufort's secondary. It'll be interesting to see how the Eagles handle that.
Jeff, let's turn it over to you and the Beaufort Eagles. We have a first-year head coach who has a little experience playing college ball and pro ball, and he's done a pretty good job with what he's had to work with.
He has, and that first year is always a little bit of a transition. Even if you're going from being the top assistant to the head coaching job, you want to put a little bit of your own stamp on it. And yet you want to continue the success that they have enjoyed with Mark Clifford being the winningest coach in Beaufort High history. So a little bit of Mark Clifford, a little bit more spread offense. This is Devontae Holloman's defense, certainly. And they're enduring some growing pains just as well. They are a young team just like Bluffton.
And you bring up a great point, a team that traditionally has just pounded the ball down the field, and they're opening things up a little bit more this year.
They are showing a little bit more of a spread offense, trying to spread it out a little bit more. It's not so much of that veer type offense that you had with Mark Clifford, but again, it takes time. They need to put their personnel in place. They won their first 3 games, and then they went up against Wayne County, Blythewood, and Valdosta, which is like Frazier, Ollie, and Ken Norton, and they suffered through it. We'll see if they can bounce back tonight.
2 teams getting ready for the postseason. When we come back, we're going to talk to the coaches right after this pregame timeout.
Hilton Head Island's pristine beaches are one reason the area has boomed over the past 50 years, and Hilton Head Exterminators was there in the beginning. We covered the island, protecting homes and businesses as the island's first pest control company. Since then, we've expanded to protect homes and businesses beyond the island into Bluffton and the surrounding Lowcountry. Everywhere you look, you'll see one of our vehicles. Hilton Head Exterminators, here in the beginning, and we're still here, growing along with the communities we protect.
The life lessons that I learned playing football are priceless and started much earlier than my NFL career. As part of a team, I learned accountability, discipline, and the value of hard work. But the most important lesson is safety. Keep your kids safe during practice and during the game. Educate yourself and your kids. Learn the symptoms of concussions and how to prevent them. Everything starts with fundamentals, but remember, safety is first. For more information, visit peacockloves.com.
I'm a first-generation student. I needed a career change. I decided to go back to school, to TCL. I thought that returning to school would be more difficult, but the multiple financial aid opportunities, the support and encouragement from the staff and faculty was more than I could have ever expected. I'm a second-year radiologic technology student. I'm pursuing a career in X-ray. My name is Kelly, and I made it happen, no matter what.
We welcome in Beaufort first-year head coach Devontae Holloman. Coach, thanks so much for taking a little time to be with us.
Thank you for having us.
So how's it going now? You know, you were with the team for a few years as the defensive coordinator, and now you've moved up to general. How's it going?
It's going. We're 3-3, still with all our team goals out there in front of us. Tonight's a big game for us. I'm hoping to go out and compete the way that we have been, but come out with a win this time.
You started out with 3 wins right out of the gate. Then you scheduled 3 pretty talented teams to bring your squad up against. What was kind of the game plan there? You said there was a little difficulty in scheduling, but, how do you feel like they came out of that, and how do they feel going into this one?
Most importantly, we came out of it healthy. We did miss a couple guys last week. That probably would have helped out, but, for the most part, we're all healthy going into region play. The experience that we had going to those places and playing those teams hopefully will pay off in the long run, but our kids are happy to be a little bit closer to home. We know why we did those things, and we're positive and we're upbeat and we're ready for this one.
What do you think was the one thing that your squad probably took out of playing those better teams?
Just the competition level. They had to raise their competition level to play. Playing in front of a big crowd and in different states, different stadium. It was a different experience for our kids. I thought they embraced it well. They handled it well as far as traveling and things like that, and it'll benefit us down the road.
Jeffrey Smith, your hard-throwing quarterback, obviously is playing pretty steady this year. But you mentioned a few surprises when we talked the other evening, mostly a freshman quarterback you have that we're going to keep our eye on and maybe see a little bit of action tonight. Yeah, we got two quarterbacks. Jeffrey's been doing it for a long time, a 4-year starter on varsity. He does so much for our team, not only as quarterback but as a defense player. And then Tyler Haley's been a really good surprise for us. He's a cold-blooded kid. And he's a freshman.
Yeah, you wouldn't think he was a freshman by the way he handles himself. But, we've managed that situation perfectly. Jeffrey's been a good leader, a good role model for Tyler. And, our team has handled that whole situation well.
Well, Coach, moving forward, best of luck tonight. We'll see you the next 3 weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
When we come back, we'll have Bluffton coach John Hopt right after this.
Home is that magical spot where weekends happen. It's tea parties and superheroes. It's one more bedtime story. It's your firsts, your lasts, and everything in between. Home is where you belong. We get it. Whether it's your first home, your next home, or your dream home, we want to build you the very best home for your life. Let us help you get started. VillageParkHomes.com. Close to everything, far from ordinary.
Beam Graphics Printing Company. We specialize in custom printing, screen printing, embroidery, engraving, trophies, team uniforms, business uniforms, signs and banners, and much more. We are conveniently located in the heart of Bluffton at 12 Johnston Way across from the post office. For all your printing needs, call the locals at Beam Graphics, 843-837-9663. You can also check us out online at beamgraphics.com and like us on Facebook for specials and design ideas.
Have you been hurt on the job, injured in a car accident, experiencing marital difficulties? Naird and Dubois are attorneys located on the south end of Hilton Head Island. With their extensive experience and knowledge of the law, they can help you on your legal matter. Naird and Dubois offer free initial consultation. So whether you have been hurt on the job, injured in a car accident, or experiencing marital difficulties, call the attorneys of Naird and Dubois now to schedule an appointment to learn about your legal rights.
With Bluffton head coach John Hopt, I pulled out the old Bill Parcells line a little earlier. You are what your record says you are, but I don't think you guys are a 2-4 football team.
No, we've gone through a very tough schedule the last few weeks, gone against some great teams. I think psychologically that's going to be a benefit for us later on in the playoffs and in the regular season. Right now, we're much better than 2-4. We just got to show it. We haven't shown it yet.
It's region play. That get the guys a little extra juiced, knowing who they're playing now?
I can tell you right now, this week compared to the past few weeks have been tremendous in practice. The kids are more focused, more dedicated. They're working harder. They truly believe that they can play in this region, and they believe they can play in the playoffs. And then getting ready for a local team like Beaufort always gets them motivated.
Do you have a feel for this team as you get ready to hit region play? That's what every head coach wants to, is I want to know what I got when I get there.
Well, I kind of feel we have an identity on offense. We just got to find a way to make it happen. And I think giving us time to throw the ball is going to do that. And we pass the run. That's what we do. Kind of like Beaufort runs the pass. That's their MO, and that's what we believe we should do. We just got to have time to throw the ball, and we got to catch it when we throw it.
Mark Clifford's not there anymore. They used to be the easiest team in the world to scout. They're not Blythe Way anymore, are they?
Oh, no, they got two good quarterbacks that can run. One can throw, and they got really good wide receivers this year. I think they got very great skill guys. I think it's going to be interesting to see how their line does, learning to what they're trying to do right now, but they're still big and strong up front.
Should be a lot of fun. Good luck.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
All right, head coach John Hopt of the Bluffton Bobcats. We'll be back with the opening kickoff right here on WHHI.
At Georgia Southern University, we're setting the standard for higher education in Southeast Georgia on 3 exciting campuses in Savannah, Statesboro, and Hinesville. We're offering more opportunities for hands-on learning, more ways to help our students find a career, and more economic impact on our region. At Georgia Southern University, discover more, connect more, be more. Florida and South Carolina residents get in-state tuition at our Armstrong and Liberty campuses.
Turbyville Insurance Agency has you covered in Beaufort, Bluffton, and throughout the Lowcountry. We are your independent insurance agency who will give you choices for peace of mind on your home, auto, business, life, health, and retirement plans by finding the best combination of price, coverage, and service. At Turbyville Insurance, we'll keep up with your changing insurance needs and are committed to customer satisfaction. Call us today and experience the Turbyville difference.
Hilton Head PSD offers convenient and secure online billing. Just have your PSD bill handy and click on the online bill payment button at WHHPSD.com. You'll be guided through the steps to establish your online billing account. Their payment options allow you to set up recurring credit card payments, you can view your consumption history, and more. Remember to have your PSD bill handy when you visit WHHPSD.com to get started. Hilton Head PSD, we're always working for you.
We are Palmetto Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy partner.
Let's take a moment to honor America with the playing of the national anthem, proudly sponsored by OT Decor. Visit otdecor.com to transform your home into your American dream. And we are ready to go here in the 2018 Broad River Bowl. Bluffton wearing their home green, Beaufort will be in the white. Evan Hayes will be kicking it off for Bluffton. I'm Chris Tremblay, joined by Bob Stevens. Jeff Shane will be roaming the sidelines, keeping us up to speed on what's going on.
Speed, something we'll see a lot of tonight for both teams.
We will. Evan Hayes waiting for the okay from referee John Powiol. He's got it, and the kick is away, and we are underway. Ball is bobbled, taken there by number 21, Amare Morris. He gets out to about the 30-yard line, and that's where the Beaufort Eagles will put the ball into play.
Eagles in Devontae Holloman's first year will run a little bit more spread offense than we were used to seeing for years and years and years from Mark Clifford. But they still would prefer to run the ball than throw the ball. Jeffrey Smith, their senior quarterback and co-captain. The trigger man on the offense, throwing and running, ran for 96 yards in the Blythewood game and is their second leading rusher.
Smith from the shotgun, rolls to the left, looking for somebody, and he's going to run out of field there, and he might pick up a long two, bring up second and 7.5 or so.
Across the offensive line for Beaufort, Terrence Wilson, a sophomore at right tackle, 51 Brendan Bowersox, a senior right guard, Henry Manley, the center, a junior, left guard Chase Geinup, a senior, Caleb Haygood, 61, the left tackle. He's a junior and has been a big surprise so far for the Eagles.
James Dagan in the backfield with Jeffrey Smith. Smith looking to go to the air again, and he's got some pressure, and he's got a whole bunch of Bobcats chasing him, and down he goes back at the 13-yard line. Pursued, led there by number 4, Kylan Simmons.
Kylan Simmons, just a sophomore, loves the bright lights. He has played so well in the games we've had here on WHHI, the 5'10", 210-pound sophomore. That's his 4th tackle for a loss this season, and that was a long loss.
Beaufort looking at 3rd and about 21 now, or as we have on our screen, 3rd and just long. Smith back to pass again, throws it across the middle, and as soon as he catches it, he's popped by Cody Eldridge.
Reed Richel with the interception, or with the reception. The senior, their number 1 pass catcher.
So Beaufort on their first series of downs is going to be 3 and out.
And they're going to say he dropped it. So it'll be 4th down. And now Beaufort punting from its own goal line. Jeffrey Smith will handle the punting.
Smith takes the snap, gets a good kick away. And it's out of bounds at the 43, so right away Bluffton's going to start with a short field.
About a 30-yard kick. As you see Devontae Holloman calling out signals to his defense. He was the defensive coordinator under Mark Clifford for the last 2 years, was linebacker coach before that. Decorated collegiate player at USC, and then of course played for the Dallas Cowboys until an injury derailed his playing career. Just 27 years old and leading this Beaufort program.
Lee Kirkland in the shotgun. He takes it and immediately pitches the ball, and we've got a little attempt here at trickery right out of the gate. Shamir Sandgren was trying to hit Rakeem White long. Pass was a little bit short. Well covered on that play too.
John Hupt going to the bag of tricks early with the end around and then letting Sandgren throw the ball. The junior comes up wide of Rakeem White. Boy, White has been a terrific player early in the year for them. 34 catches already for 3 scores.
Kirkland hands it off there. Number 8, Memphis Daniels. And he gets a little something. And we have a flag on the play. And we have a holding penalty on Bluffton, and that's going to back them up 10.
So they'll now be in a 2nd and 20 situation.
Referee John Powiol retrieving his hanky. Ball now goes back to Bluffton's own 49-yard line. Technical College of the Lowcountry. Make it happen no matter what. Kirkland takes it, hands it off to Shamir Sandgren, and he takes it, and he's got some running room, and he gets down to about the 38-yard line. So a quick pickup of 13 gets Bluffton back in reasonable 3rd down situation.
Sandgren primarily their home run receiver, but we've already seen him throw a ball and run with it on the reverse.
Comes into the game with 29 receptions on the season for just under 300 yards and 2 TDs. Kirkland now in the shotgun on 3rd and 5, back to pass, quick across the middle. He's got a man right there, Rakeem White, and he's going to take it to the house for a TCL touchdown. Bluffton, the first ones to strike here in the Broad River Bowl. Lee Kirkland on 3rd and 5 hits Rakeem White across the middle. He bounces off a few defenders, cuts it right, and it was a foot race to the corner of the end zone that he won.
Rakeem White's 4th touchdown reception of the season. Lee Kirkland's 9th touchdown pass. And keeping things mixed up here early, the Bluffton Bobcats put it on the board early.
Evan Hayes in for the kick. Kick is up. Kick is good, and just like that, Bluffton strikes, and they lead it 7-0 here in the Broad River Bowl. We'll be back right after this.
Elite Physical Therapy has enjoyed being your physical therapy provider for the past 10 years. They focus their attention individually with each and every patient, providing a hands-on approach to accelerate your recovery so you can get back to the active lifestyle to which you're accustomed. At Elite Physical Therapy, you'll be treated by the same licensed physical therapist every session to work towards goals you set together. Take control of your health care and choose the best in physical therapy.
Hilton Head Island's pristine beaches are one reason the area has boomed over the past 50 years, and Hilton Head Exterminators was there in the beginning. We covered the island, protecting homes and businesses as the island's first pest control company. Since then, we've expanded to protect homes and businesses beyond the island into Bluffton and the surrounding Lowcountry. Everywhere you look, you'll see one of our vehicles. Hilton Head Exterminators, here in the beginning, and we're still here, growing along with the communities we protect.
Be part of something great. Join the CBC First Federal Bank family. A history of strength and a vision for the future. CBC National Bank and First Federal Bank are coming together to become an even stronger community bank. We're focused on vibrant communities, successful schools, growing businesses, and financial stability. We were voted again by the community as the 2018 Beaufort Gazette Best Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So with 9:02 left in the first quarter, Bluffton strikes quickly with Lee Kirkland hitting Rakeem White on a 38-yard pass. It didn't go that far. It was a quick one across the middle, and he bounced right off the defenders, headed to the right corner, and he has the Bobcats ahead 7-0.
Trey Howard bringing back the kick, gets outside the 20 to almost the 25-yard line, and that's where Beaufort will set up first down after giving up a quick 7. Bit of a surprising 7. Shamar Sandgren threw the first pass of the night for the Bobcats, but the first completion of the night from Lee Kirkland to Rakeem White, 38 yards and a score.
Jeffrey Smith in the shotgun. He takes it and hands it right off to James Dagan. And Dagan trying to get a little something. Bluffton is swarming so far.
Dagan's run for about 400 yards in the first 6 games for Beaufort. The Eagles won their first 3 this year. They then lost their next 3.
Mike Rickenboss Chevrolet, before you buy, give us a try. Second down now. Smith and James Dagan in the backfield. Smith looking to the sidelines, maybe changing things up a bit. Smith takes it, hands it right to Dagan up the middle, and Dagan gets a couple, and that'll bring up third down and probably about 8 or so. And Dagan looks like he's a little slow getting up.
Defensive play there made by Keaton Jageski.
We're going to have a timeout on the field. Let's go to a Village Park Homes timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Looking for a unique lighting fixture that'll have everyone talking? Check out OT Decor. We have thousands of lighting fixtures that are perfect complements to your house. We carry Kichler, Monte Carlo, Murray Feist, Savoy House, Siegel, and more. Visit our website at otdecor.com to find the perfect accent for your home, or stop by our showroom and visit with our experienced professionals for a personal touch. While you're here, check out our custom cabinets and vanities.
Home is that magical spot where weekends happen. It's tea parties and superheroes. It's one more bedtime story. It's your first, your last, and everything in between. Home is where you belong. We get it. Whether it's your first home, your next home, or your dream home, we want to build you the very best home for your life. Let us help you get started. VillageParkHomes.com. Close to everything, far from ordinary.
The life lessons that I learned playing football are priceless and started much earlier than my NFL career. As part of a team, I learned accountability, discipline, and the value of hard work. But the most important lesson is safety. Keep your kids safe during practice and during the game. Educate yourself and your kids. Learn the symptoms of concussions and how to prevent them. Everything starts with fundamentals, but remember, safety is first. For more information, visit peacockloves.com.
We can tell you that Beaufort running back James Dagan walked off under his own power, so that's a good sign. Hopefully he'll be back. 3rd and 7 now for the Eagles. Jeffrey Smith back to pass. He's got some time, and now he looks like he's going to try to run, but that Bluffton defense is right there. Keaton Gajewski was all over him as he tried to make a little something happen, and it's going to be 4th down for the Eagles again.
Gajewski with tackles on back-to-back plays. He did not start, but figured to play a fair amount at inside linebacker. Makes the great play there, forcing the 4th down.
Jeffrey Smith in to punt for the 2nd time this evening with 7:15 left in the 1st quarter. And he gets a good kick away that doesn't quite take the bounce. Well, now it does that Beaufort was looking for, and they down it at about the 32-yard line, and that's where the Bobcats will take over.
Good punt by Jeffrey Smith, setting up Bluffton for their 2nd offensive possession. They really didn't do much on the 1st possession until just a terrific run by Rakeem White with a little dump pass over the middle. Turned into a 38-yard touchdown.
Village Park Homes is your true hometown builder. They're close to everything, far from ordinary. Village Park Homes. 1st down now for the Bobcats. Kirkland takes it and hands it off immediately. John Swinton trying to make something happen. Beaufort's defense was right there on it.
Brendan Bowersox making a tackle, the co-captain, senior defensive end. Bluffton's offensive line, Chase Wilfong, Noah Freeland, Gavin Heinchel, Ryan Robles, and Luke Bond. We're talking 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and 2 first-year seniors.
A little different than last year's offensive line.
Not very experienced, and that's going to be the key to whether they can keep Kirkland upright.
Kirkland throws a little pass out there to Swinton, who's trying to get back some of what he lost on the prior play and doesn't get too much, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long for Bluffton.
You can expect Devontae Holloman's defense to be very pursuit-oriented, which is why we have seen Bluffton try reverses, try reverse passes, dump it over the middle, get rid of the ball quickly is what Lee Kirkland's been trying to do.
Elite Physical Therapy. Be an advocate for your health care. You have a choice. Choose the best. Kirkland back now. He's running on 3rd and 13. Throws it over the middle, and he's got a nice pass, and he's got a man for a 1st down. That's number 8, Memphis Daniels. So just when Kirkland looked like he was in a corner, he dumps it off to Memphis Daniels, and Bluffton's in business again.
Daniels has been a nice surprise. We didn't see him much early in the season. He's just a sophomore, runs the ball more than he catches it. But a great job of getting open, beating his linebacker, and getting into the secondary.
Kirkland takes it, hands it off to Memphis Daniels, who is immediately met there by Will Kelly, somebody who Coach Holloman let us know the other evening has the potential to play some Division I ball.
Yeah, he's just a terrific linebacker, has been for a couple of years now, really the anchor of that defense. And it looks like he's put on a little weight over the last year or two. He was a smallish linebacker. Now, for high schools, he's on the large size.
It generally happens as we do these games and watch the young people go on as time and see how much bigger they get. Kirkland is really running now. He's going backwards. A flag is down, and that's generally not a good sign.
Now, Bowersox was the one who had Kirkland wrapped up. Brendan Bowersox has a sack already this year.
Holding penalty against the Bobcats.
John Powial letting us know that Bluffton was holding. This might be declined.
Yeah.
As it is.
They're going to take the sack. I don't think he got it away. Yep, they're going to mark it back at the 41.
So that'll bring up third and whenever we have the L there, that just means it's a long way to a first down. Daniels in motion. Kirkland fakes it to him, throws a little dump pass off to Swinton, who is immediately met by Will Kelly again.
And the flag comes out. That might have been helmet to helmet. Will Kelly
that's
whacked
exactly
John
what it
Swinton.
looked like.
The flag came out at the end of the play.
I got a personal foul, targeting against the defense. I got a dead ball, unsportsmanlike against the offense. Both.
Wow.
Both.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bobcats.
So I would say against the Bobcats, it was probably a little excitement from the sideline. We want to remind you, let's look at the replay here first. And you can see Kelly coming in, and he just lowers the helmet.
That's not right. Yeah. Now.
We'd like to remind you that the MVP award at the end of the game is brought to you by the Charles Sampson team at Charter One Realty.
They marched it one way, and now they're marching it back the other. Ball ends up at the 35.
Personal foul targeting against the defense. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against the offense. Both penalties are enforced, but still third down.
So we're going to do it again after all that.
Yeah. It's going to be third and long, but Swinton is the one who, if nothing else happened in the play, took the worst of it. He is not in the lineup as they break the huddle.
Kirkland in the shotgun once again. Daniels in motion. And they're sending a whole bunch of Eagles. And Kirkland did well just to go ahead and get it off, and that'll bring up fourth and long. So the first punting situation for Bluffton this evening.
Well, you're just given a great opportunity to the Beaufort defensive line to tee off when it's third and really long. Those four seniors up front, Bowersock, Skynup, Dexter Ratliff, and Brandon Smalls can let loose, and so can the linebackers, Will Kelly and George Williams.
Uriel Zarakin into punt. He gets a good kick away that takes a Bluffton bounce. They're going to let it roll down to the 16-yard line, so Beaufort will come out for their third drive of the game, and they're going to start deep in their own territory. We'd like to remind you that Turbyville is your local independent insurance agency that has you covered throughout the Lowcountry. Turbyville Insurance.
Bluffton on top 7-0. They've made the one play of this game. Otherwise, it's been fairly dominated by defensive play here early.
Let's go to Jeff Shane, see what he has on the sideline. Jeff.
Update from the Beaufort sideline, where running back James Dagan is undergoing examination right now. They did test him for concussion symptoms. It looks like he is past that, but they're working on the back of his neck. He may have suffered a stinger on that tackle on the Eagles' second series. Not sure that he's going to come back quickly, but I think there's a chance that he might. We'll keep you updated, guys.
Thanks, Jeff. On first down, Beaufort picks up about 3 yards. We'd like to remind you that Jeff's sideline report is brought to you by Turbyville, your local independent insurance agency that has you covered throughout the Lowcountry.
Second down and 7 after the short run. Dagan, as Jeff mentioned, is not in the game. Amari Morris, the running back, and he's got it now.
And Morris is out of bounds, and he's got himself a first down. Beaufort's first of the game.
Amari Morris has run for about 200 yards as the second back. That's something that Mark Clifford loved when he was the head coach here. I don't want just one bell cow back. I want to throw 2, maybe 3 guys at you, and I want my quarterback to run.
He wanted everybody back there running.
Change at quarterback. Tyler Haley, the freshman, that Devontae Holloman is extremely high on. is in for this series at quarterback.
He mentioned it in the pregame, and we're seeing it now. Haley, a left-hander, throws off a little dump pass, and they're going to pick up about 3 on that.
Reed Reichel over the reception.
Bring up 2nd and 7.
Reed Reichel with his second catch. You're sure he's left-handed? You sure that
looked like it to me? Looked like either that or he just decided that was the
you're
arm
sure that,
he
you're
was
sure
going
that
to throw
wasn't
with the quickest.
Pat Mahomes throwing it
He
left-handed.
very well might have. Well, we're going to see as we go on here.
He did do it last week for Kansas City.
Haley looking at the signals from the sideline. Amari Morris back there with him. Haley takes it, and yeah, it looks like he wants to throw with that left arm, and he does, and he's got a man. And right there's number 24, William Winburn, and he's got another Beaufort Eagle first down.
He had an 18-yard touchdown catch against Wayne County, Ken Cribb's team, a couple of weeks ago. Boy, these two teams played brutal early season schedules. A lot of Georgia schools on them. So they have seen a lot. I don't think there's much that will surprise them from each other now that we are in region play.
OT Decor offers unique lighting designs. Visit their website, otdecor.com, to find the perfect accent to your home. Haley hands it off, and immediately Amari Morris is met right there by number 3, Eli Mitchell. And let's see this again.
Yeah, Mitchell does not get blocked by Reichel. Comes in from his outside linebacker spot.
Amari Morris did well just to hang on to that one.
His helmet a bit dislodged. Tyler Haley trying to do some quick repair work so that Morris doesn't have to come out. All right, start the clock up. A little over 2 minutes left, first quarter.
Bluffton leads here in the Broad River Bowl, 7-0 on a 38-yard pitch and catch from Lee Kirkland to Rakeem White. Freshman Tyler Haley in a quarterback now, and he airs it out, and he throws a pass that was a beauty. It was just out of the reach there of number 87, and that is Matthew Haley.
Think they've done that before?
Yeah, that was looking pretty good.
You think the two of them have practiced that a little bit in the backyard?
It was just about a half step too far for him. Haley showing a lot of poise and an arm for a freshman so far.
See, when two brothers do that in the backyard, there's not a defensive guy to slow you down that half step, so
that's true.
You can throw it
and
over.
Dad's watching from the porch. Haley throws it again, looking for his brother again, just overshot him, and that's going to bring up 4th and 15. So Beaufort starts to move it, but Bluffton on a big hit from Eli Mitchell can't convert a first down, and Jeffrey Smith's in to punt for the 3rd time tonight.
John Hopp, the Bluffton coach, told us in the pregame interview that Haley had a gun, and he has already shown it off here in the first quarter.
Smith with a high kick, not deep. Bluffton's going to let that come to rest, and it does, and they'll start at their own 36-yard line with 1:35 left here in the first quarter.
Good battle of defenses so far in this one. Beaufort has been able to put some pressure on Bluffton quarterback Lee Kirkland.
Peacock Auto Mall. Find it all at Peacock Auto Mall.
Only score of the game, a 38-yard touchdown pass from Lee Kirkland to Rakeem White on Bluffton's first possession. Will Kelly fakes the blitz, then comes in. And is
John
a part of the
Swinton
tackle.
Has nowhere to go.
And Will Kelly was a part of it. He faked the blitz, then backed off, then came again.
And the offensive line is going to have their hand full with him tonight, as they already have. We have an official's timeout. No, we're going to still be here. It looked like they were calling a timeout. Sorry, no Village Park Homes timeout. We're going to 2nd down and 12. Kirkland throws a dangerous pass that was knocked down there by Peyton Langford. And that one took a little longer to develop, I think, than he wanted, and Langford almost got his hands on it and was able to hold it.
Peyton Langford had an interception against Effingham County. He's a senior soccer player playing football for the first time. Great anticipation there and quick feet.
I bet he could have caught it with his feet. 3rd and 12 now for the Bobcats. Under a minute now in the first quarter. Kirkland takes it, immediately rolls to his left and throws the other direction, and he's got Shamar Sandgren who's going to take it all the way to the house. So a beautiful throw from Lee Kirkland as he was rolling to his left. Sandgren got a step on the defender, caught it in stride, and he was free all the way to the house, and he puts Bluffton ahead 13-0.
What a play. 63 yards. Sandgren gets behind Kenneth Williams, and Bluffton is playing like that hitter that strikes out a lot, but he's hit 2 home runs.
That's right. So Evan Hayes on to convert here now. Bluffton 2 big pass plays. And that's been their scoring. We have a Beaufort Eagle down on the far side of the field at about the 13-yard line. Hilton Head Exterminators, keeping Lowcountry homes and businesses bug-free for nearly 50 years. Check them out at HiltonHeadExterminators.com. That's HiltonHeadExterminators.com.
Whiteout from the Bluffton student section.
Coach Devontae Holloman huddled over his player there.
Let's take a Village Park Homes timeout.
We should do that. We'll be back right after this.
Turbyville Insurance Agency has you covered in Beaufort, Bluffton, and throughout the Lowcountry. We are your independent insurance agency who will give you choices for peace of mind on your home, auto, business, life, health, and retirement plans by finding the best combination of price, coverage, and service. At Turbyville Insurance, we'll keep up with your changing insurance needs and are committed to customer satisfaction. Call us today and experience the Turbyville difference.
At Georgia Southern University, we're setting the standard for higher education in Southeast Georgia on 3 exciting campuses in Savannah, Statesboro, and Hinesville. We're offering more opportunities for hands-on learning, more ways to help our students find a career, and more economic impact on our region. At Georgia Southern University, discover more, connect more, be more. Florida and South Carolina residents get in-state tuition at our Armstrong and Liberty campuses.
The Hilton Head Homebuilders Education Foundation has been providing local high school graduates in Beaufort, Jasper, and Hampton counties with scholarships for over 25 years. The Education Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization formed to support and raise funds for continuing education. Donations are vital to the success of the program. To become involved or to contribute to the Hilton Head Homebuilders Education Foundation, contact HBA staff today.
Evan Hayes in to convert. Snap is good, kick is up, kick is good, and just like that, Bluffton leads at 14-0 with just under a minute left here in the Broad River Bowl.
Before TCL, I was trying to find what school, what college would be the best fit for me. I come from a single family home and I couldn't ask my mom to pay a whole lot of money just for my education. And that's when I realized that TCL was the one that was going to offer me peace of mind for my financial situation. They've offered me great quality education at a low cost. I'm on a transfer block to transfer over after the semester. I am Antonia and I made it happen no matter what. Yo lo hice posible, no importa qué.
Ready for a new look in your home? It's time for some new ceramic tile or stone from Creative Interiors Carpet One. We feature the area's largest selection of ceramic tile, stone, and decorative mosaics to fit your unique style. Our long history with top manufacturers let us offer the best prices on all the major brands. We'll help you with what works best for your lifestyle and take the time to discuss your options. Locally owned, we're your neighbors here at Creative Interiors of Beaufort.
For all your floor covering needs, visit us at Creative Interiors Carpet One on Boundary Street in Beaufort.
So Evan Hayes kicking off again now with Bluffton leading 14-0. Gives it a good kick down the right side, and that's going to make it all the way to the end zone, and it'll be downed right there. So Evan Hayes showing a little power in that foot.
He did indeed, forcing Bluffton to start, or Beaufort rather, to start from their own 20. Bluffton's offense has put 14 on the board here in the first quarter, and yet they've done it, again, to take the baseball analogy, with just a couple of hits, but they've been long balls. 38 yards to Rakeem White, 63 yards to Shamar Sandgren. So that's better than 100 yards passing in 2 plays, and they've got 2 scores.
And those are the 2 guys that Beaufort can't afford to let get in the open with the ball, because they are the 2 speedsters for Bluffton. They generally do the kick return duties. Jeffrey Smith back in at quarterback. He gives it off right away there to Amari Morris, who tries to make, I'm sorry, that was number 2, Trey Hayward. As the clock is creeping down here in the first quarter.
Now they're going to go with 2 backs in the backfield for the Eagles. Probably the final play of this first quarter.
Smith takes in a little shuttle pass right there to Trey Hayward that the Bobcats were ready for. And that should take us down to the end of the first quarter. So we're done with 1 here in the Broad River Bowl. Bluffton leads at 14-0 over the Beaufort Eagles. We'll be back right after this.
The best bargains in the Lowcountry are at the Salvation Army Family Thrift Store in Beaufort. Stop in and see the selection and feel good knowing all items in the store are donated and all profits from them stay local to help families in need. There's 50% off colored tagged items every day, and you can also help by donating clothing, furniture, and other items in good, clean condition. All donations to the Salvation Army are tax deductible. Visit the Salvation Army Family Thrift Store at 164 Robert Smalls Parkway in Beaufort.
Hilton Head Island's pristine beaches are one reason the area has boomed over the past 50 years, and Hilton Head Exterminators was there in the beginning. We covered the island, protecting homes and businesses as the island's first pest control company. Since then, we've expanded to protect homes and businesses beyond the island into Bluffton and the surrounding Lowcountry. Everywhere you look, you'll see one of our vehicles. Hilton Head Exterminators, here in the beginning, and we're still here, growing along with the communities we protect.
The life lessons that I learned playing football are priceless and started much earlier than my NFL career. As part of a team, I learned accountability, discipline, and the value of hard work. But the most important lesson is safety. Keep your kids safe during practice and during the game. Educate yourself and your kids. Learn the symptoms of concussions and how to prevent them. Everything starts with fundamentals, but remember, safety is first. For more information, visit peacockloves.com.
One of the challenges I faced with picking a college was I'm a full-time firefighter, so I knew I would struggle with being able to take classes. TCL offers a flexible schedule, and I was able to complete 90% of my classes online. I earned a business degree in fire administration. I'm currently a lieutenant with the City of Beaufort Town of Port Royal Fire Department. I'm Ross, and I made it happen, no matter what.
So as we start the second quarter, Beaufort looking at 3rd and 3 here from their own 27. Jeffrey Smith takes it, rolls to the left. He's trying to get the first down, and he does. Hard to tell if that was a broken play or he just decided to run it himself, but regardless, he's got a first down. Let's go to Jeff on the sidelines.
Already a tough night on the Beaufort sideline. Now we see that Kenneth Williams, one of their starting safeties, his right knee is being worked on. Still too early to tell whether it's something that's going to keep him out the rest of the game, but they have not seen him since that injury. As for James Dagan, he's trying to get, it looks like he's trying to get a crick in his neck or get his neck loosened up again. He's got his gloves on, but I'm not sure if that's not wishful thinking right now. We're seeing Amari Morris for the second consecutive series. Big difference for the Beaufort Eagles. Amari Morris is a little bit smaller than I am, and so that's a big change from what we had with James Dagan, their leading rusher. Morris is only a freshman, though. He's got a lot of talent. Back to you.
That was too easy. Are we going to say anything about Jeff's size on that, or are we leaving that one alone?
I think he told the story.
Okay, I would agree. On first down, Beaufort went backwards.
The big difference, not the size one, it's the experience one that Jeff alluded to. James Dagan, a junior, Amari Morris, just a freshman.
Jeff's sideline report is brought to you by Turbyville, your local independent insurance agency that has you covered throughout the Lowcountry. Turbyville Insurance. That's Turby, pronounced like Furby. Okay, 2nd and 18 for the Eagles now. They went backwards 8 on first down. Smith, the only person in the backfield, until he goes ahead and just hands it right off to Trey Hayward, who's doing a good job of trying to get some of it back. He got out to about the 34. It looks like that's where his forward progress will stop. And make it potentially a more manageable third down situation.
Beaufort and Bluffton now in the same region with Hilton Head High and Colleton County.
Makes it good, takes all the guesswork away.
Look, put them all together.
Yeah.
A couple of years, May River will be with them too.
3rd and 12 now for the Eagles.
Then the game will really mean something.
Smith looking for somebody, has to scramble and roll to his left. He throws a ball that, let's see how they market it.
Almost a catch.
No, not quite. Looked like it was almost picked off there. Technical College of the Lowcountry. Make it happen no matter what.
That'll be 4th down, Eagles.
Terry Green, a senior, was the intended receiver. I'm going to say he did catch it, but out of bounds. And now Smith will punt.
4th and 12 now, 10-20 left in the first half, and Smith gets a good kick away. See what kind of bounce it takes. And his kicks really haven't bounced the way you'd like to see them so far tonight. Once again, Bluffton will start with pretty decent field position at about their own, or about their own 32-yard line, 31-yard line.
Bobcats have been swinging from the fences and connecting so far. The 2 long touchdowns. Other than that, it's been fought pretty much to a defensive standstill.
Will Kelly wreaking havoc on the Beaufort side.
Now Lee Kirkland behind that very young offensive line.
Takes it, gives it off there to John Swinton in motion, and Swinton is immediately taken down by, you guessed it, Will Kelly.
Tell you what, great to see John Swinton, though, back in there and back carrying the ball after he took that big hit helmet to helmet from Kelly back in the first quarter.
2nd and 14 now, loss of 4 on that one. Swinton in the backfield now. Kirkland rolls to the left again, throws it out there and was almost picked off that time. Peyton Langford had his hand on it. It looks like he had it and lost sight of it.
Was intended for Trayvon Brown. Now watch the 2 of them. Both had a chance to grab it. Ball stayed in the air for a little longer than you might have guessed too. And they both come up saying, man, I should have had that one.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 14 now, and this is when Bluffton's proved to be dangerous, when they send either Shamar Sandgren or Rakeem White long.
If Kelly can get rid of it before the pressure gets to him. He does.
And Kirkland throws it out there, and it's almost intercepted. Meant that time for Rakeem White, who couldn't quite get free as they had him well covered, and that'll bring up 4th and 14 and a punting situation for Bluffton.
Kendrick Williams playing center field, the junior for the Eagles, nearly making that pick.
Village Park Homes, your true hometown builder. They're close to everything but far from ordinary. Village Park Homes. Uriel's racking in there to punt. Gets it away, a low liner. Takes a very favorable Bluffton bounce, but it's picked up there by number 23, Reed Rochelle, and he returns it for a few, and Beaufort's going to have some decent field position to start out here.
All right, Beaufort needs to show a little offense now. They have not thrown the ball very effectively, and they have had trouble getting past the line of scrimmage against some great penetration by the Bluffton defense. Ronald Reed, Willie Brown, Xavier Dykstra. We haven't mentioned their names so much, but boy, they have clogged the lanes and made it hard for the Eagle offense to get untracked on the ground. It's something they're not used to having difficulty with, and that's moving it between the tackles.
And Jeffrey Smith comes back out to quarterback now. We'll have to keep an eye on how often Coach Holloman decides to switch between he and the freshman Tyler Haley. Smith fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, throws a nice little pass out there to number 24, William Winburn, who picks up some yards, but it looks like we have a flag down. Let's see what we have.
That was thrown back in the Beaufort backfield, which would tend to make you believe holding.
And everybody seems to be walking backwards, and that's
holding.
Exactly what we have.
On the offense. 10 yards to the spot. Still first down.
John Powiel will march that off, and we'll have 1st and 20 for the Eagles. And that can be an immediate drive killer.
Well, it's actually going to be more than 1st and 20 because it's from the spot of the foul back in the backfield at the 36 or 35. They bring it back to the 25. So now it'll be 1st down and
long.
L's. Yeah.
1st and long. But they've got 3 chances to do a little something. Smith takes it, and as you would think, he throws it off, and oh, that one was read very well by Kylan Simmons, who almost got his hands on it. Beaufort trying to set up the screen there, and he was right there to break that one up.
It was intended for Amari Morris. Just let the rush come and dump it over, but Kylan Simmons is waiting there to lay the wood.
Don't forget to stick around at halftime. Mike Rickenbaugh's Chevrolet halftime show.
That was actually
Bob
intended for James Dagan. Good to see him back in the lineup.
Very good point. Smith back again. Now he decides to run, but the Bobcats are right there on him, and he's going nowhere. So Bluffton exerting their defensive power, and now we've got some flags on the field, and it seems as though we have some unsportsmanlike things going on down there.
Jay-Sean Jenkins, part of the crew that made the tackle, but then it was up to Chase.
Got unsportsmanlike this way, unsportsmanlike that way. Penalties will offset. 3rd down.
Jay-Sean Jenkins doing a great job of getting Kylan Simmons out of the scrum after the flag had been thrown so that he didn't make it any worse. Simmons will now come out on 3rd and long from their own 26.
So Beaufort on this drive not going in the direction they want. Couple of offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties on both teams.
Yeah, they got the penalty this way. They want to go that way. That was
exactly right.
The way John Powell called it.
And Jeffrey Smith looking to the sideline. You can see up there by the 3rd down marker. He's getting his signals by sign, as is the thing that most teams do today, to not have to worry about shouting. So everything's crystal clear.
None of those little signs that he was looking at said, "Good luck, pal," it's 3rd and 29.
Said, do what you can do. Don't turn it over. Smith takes it and just throws a little out pass there to James Dagan. Dagan trying to do what he can do, but he's not going very far. And he's out of bounds at about the 20-yard line, which will bring up another punting situation for Beaufort.
Again, great pressure by Jay-Sean Jenkins, the 6'4", 210-pound senior. And then at the end of the play, Dagan gets slung out of bounds.
Dagan went down in the first quarter, as Bob just mentioned. Good to see him back in. Jeffrey Smith's right leg will be used again. And that's a kick that takes a little better bounce for him. It's down to about the 35-yard line, and that's where Bluffton will go back into business.
Jeffrey Smith has used his leg more than he's used his right arm so far in this game. More punts than passes. Not a good sign.
I was going to say that his right side in general is getting some usage tonight between passing and kicking, but you beat me to the punch. OT Decor offers unique lighting designs. Visit their website, otdecor.com, to find the perfect accent to your home. That's otdecor.com. 7:58 left here in the first half of the Broad River Bowl. Ball handed off right there to Memphis Daniels, who tries to get a little something around the left side.
Kind of playing the Ikeem Jefferson role from last year, where you kind of get the ball in a number of different places. Memphis Daniels had a couple of passes thrown his way and run the ball from that wing position a couple of times as well.
He picked up 3. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. Kirkland showing a lot of maturity this year for his first year as a starter. He played sparingly last year as a sophomore, and now as a junior he's gone into the starting role, thrown a couple of beautiful touchdown passes so far here this evening. This time he dumps it off wisely there to John Swinton, who picks up what'll probably be enough for a first down.
Nice composure here by Kirkland. Drops back, making his checks, and gets, as about the time Kelly's about to wrap him up and throw him down, he gets it loose, and it got enough yardage for the first down.
And when Will Kelly gets his hands on you, you probably don't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that ball, and Lee Kirkland did a wonderful job of doing just that. So a fresh 4 for Bluffton. Kirkland takes it, immediately gives it to Swinton, who immediately goes nowhere, and that'll bring up either 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 11.
Making a play for the Beaufort Eagles, Tajon Jenkins, a junior defensive lineman. He's up front right now with Dexter Ratliff at the 2 tackles. The ends, Brandon Smalls, number 10, Bowersox, 51. Watch Kelly, the middle linebacker, standing near the Bobcat logo there.
Kirkland looking to air it out deep again, and he's got a man down there, and once again, Shamar Sandgren on the home run ball goes into the end zone, and he gives Bluffton a 20-0 lead, and we said it, when he gets behind somebody, Kirkland lays it right in there. Nobody's going to catch him, and another home run there, Bob, for Bluffton.
53-yard pitch and catch. Yes, Sandgren has been able to get by the secondary. The guy he beat there was Jeffrey Smith, who plays free safety as well as quarterback. And yeah, Kirkland pretty excited about that play.
Well, he should be. He laid it in there perfectly, caught Shamar Sandgren in stride, and Bluffton looking to go up by 3 scores here. Uriel's racking in. Kick finds its way to get through there, and just like that, Bluffton leads here in the Broad River Bowl 21-0. We'll be back right after this.
Beam Graphics Printing Company. We specialize in custom printing, screen printing, embroidery, engraving, trophies, team uniforms, business uniforms, signs and banners, and much more. We are conveniently located in the heart of Bluffton at 12 Johnston Way across from the post office. For all your printing needs, call the locals at Beam Graphics, 843-837-9663. You can also check us out online at beamgraphics.com and like us on Facebook. for specials and design ideas.
At Georgia Southern University, we're setting the standard for higher education in Southeast Georgia on 3 exciting campuses in Savannah, Statesboro, and Hinesville. We're offering more opportunities for hands-on learning, more ways to help our students find a career, and more economic impact on our region. At Georgia Southern University, discover more, connect more, be more. Florida and South Carolina residents get in-state tuition at our Armstrong and Liberty campuses.
Your home is one of your greatest investments, so why let just anyone protect it? Come see our professional team at Kinghorn Insurance of Beaufort. As an independent insurance agency, Kinghorn of Beaufort can provide customized coverage to meet your needs, from flood and water damage to windstorm protection. Our team has the expertise and experience to meet your needs. We proudly represent the Sage Sure family of companies, so come see why we've been earning trust and building relationships since 1898.
So with 6:05 left here in the first half, Bluffton is up their lead to 21-0 on a 53-yard touchdown pass. Lee Kirkland to Shamar Sandgren. Evan Hayes kicks it off again, another deep kick that'll result in a touchback. So Beaufort will be starting from their own 20, 80 yards from getting themselves on the board.
If it were a baseball game, it'd be 3-0, 3 solo homers. They were all bombs. But 38 yards, 63 yards, and 53 yards. Passes from Lee Kirkland, first to Rakeem White and then twice to Shamar Sandgren. For Sandgren on the season, he now has doubled his touchdown output to 4. And the Bluffton High cheerleaders happy with what has gone on here through the first quarter and a half.
As are the Bluffton fans. We could call this a bit of a surprise right there. Tyler Haley in a quarterback now. They're trying to mix it up a little bit. He gives it off to James Dagan, who loses 2 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd and 12.
There were about 6 Bluffton Bobcats back in the backfield there. Eli Mitchell was one of them. Julian Swassa, freshman linebacker, was in on it as well.
Can I say that the Bobcats are swarming on defense? I guess I can, huh?
Sure you can.
Sure.
It's your show.
They are. 2nd and 12 now, under 5.5 minutes left. Haley throws a quick one across the middle, and just like that, Rakeem White says, hello, you're not holding on to this one.
There's a swarming Bobcat.
There he is, right up there enjoying the hometown fans.
Yeah, it's Richelle who takes the big hit from Rakeem White.
Ouch, that hurt me just watching. And that'll bring up 3rd and 12 now. The freshman quarterback trying to get Beaufort doing something here as they want to get on the board before halftime. He takes it and rolls to his right. He's looking for somebody, and he's got nobody, and he's taken down right there by number 99, Ronald Reed.
The leading tackler for the Bluffton Bobcats has 9 tackles for a loss this year and a couple of sacks. I'm not sure which one you'd call that. But the pressure put on by Eli Mitchell, forcing Haley from the pocket. And then down goes
Reed.
Haley.
Just kept on chugging. So Reed, the 6'3", 250-pound defensive end, puts a quick end to that Beaufort drive, and Jeffrey Smith kicks again. Gets a good bounce on that kick. Ball goes out at about the Bluffton 46-yard line, and their offense that scored on 3 bombs is coming back in to see if they can add to that total with 4:32 left here in the first half.
Boy, another quick 3 and out for Beaufort High on offense. They have scored 33 points in their last 3 games, have been outscored 134-33 after winning their first 3. But losses to Wayne County, Blythewood, and Valdosta, 2 great Georgia programs, and of course Blythewood from the upstate.
Our MVP award at the end of the game is brought to you by the Charles Sampson team of Charter One Realty, so make sure to stick around for that. Lee Kirkland right away hits Memphis Daniels over the middle. And he picks up a quick 5, it looks like.
George Williams on the stop.
Or actually more than that.
And plays it at the 49, and that is another recovery concept. Bobcat.
And that will be a first down.
Lee Kirkland's done a great job of getting the ball and getting rid of it. With that young, inexperienced offensive line, a little bit of misdirection.
Shamar Sandgren in motion there, and he throws another strike that's going to be dropped there.
But boy, 2 steps and it's gone. Watch this again. Quick shuffle. And then throws it toward Trayvon Brown. Brown can't come up with a handle.
Good job by Peyton Langford of stripping him, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. So Kirkland more or less having his way back there as he's getting enough time anyway from this young offensive line to make something happen. And this one he throws out, and I don't think that was quite the ball he wanted to let go, intended for John Swinton.
George Williams almost turned it around the other way. The junior.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10 now. Just under 4 minutes left in the first half. Turbyville Insurance, your local independent insurance agency that has you covered throughout the Lowcountry. Turbyville Insurance.
George Williams making the defensive play there. Jeff Shane's got a terrific story in this young junior coming up in just a moment. As Kirkland throws it just high and out of the outstretched arms of Trayvon Brown.
So that'll bring up a punting situation for Bluffton. So 3 plays, all 3 times Kirkland tries to go to the air. That was a little bit high there for Trayvon Brown, the 6 foot, 210-pound sophomore. Or is it going to be a punting situation?
Kirkland can kick. Well, they're going to go for it. Midfield, why not? Your defense has done such a great job of bottling up the Eagles. Let's go for it. I try to draw them offside first, but now they take the timeout. We'll take a Village Park Homes timeout. 21-0 Bluffton.
Hilton Head PSD offers convenient and secure online billing. Just have your PSD bill handy and click on the online bill payment button at WHHITV.com. You'll be guided through the steps to establish your online billing account. Their payment options allow you to set up recurring credit card payments, you can view your consumption history, and more. Remember to have your PSD bill handy when you visit WHHPSD.com to get started. Hilton Head PSD, we're always working for you.
Have you been hurt on the job, injured in a car accident, experiencing marital difficulties? Naird and Dubois are attorneys located on the south end of Hilton Head Island. With their extensive experience and knowledge of the law, they can help you on your legal matter. Naird and Dubois offer free initial consultation. So whether you have been hurt on the job, injured in a car accident, or experiencing marital difficulties, call the attorneys of Naird and Dubois now to schedule an appointment to learn about your legal rights.
Jeff Altoff here with Lowcountry Insurance. Let me ask you a couple questions. Do you trust your current insurance agent? Do you even know who your insurance agent is? We are a trusted choice independent insurance agency. We make insurance human. Our expert agents walk you through hand-picked options with language you can understand. We are local and here to help you. Give us a shout, Lowcountry Insurance.
So on 4th down, Coach John Hupt has opted to punt. Uriel's racking in there. And he gets the kick away. And it looks like it's going to head out of bounds and caught by Keenan, our cameraman. A nice play by Keenan. And let's go down to Jeff Shane on the sideline. Jeff, what do you have for us?
Guys, we've heard coaches talk a lot about how football builds character and molds them into men. And you've seen George Williams, number 44 of the Beaufort Eagles, in on a number of plays here in this quarter. George Williams spent part of the summer recovering from a gunshot wound. Don't know the details about it, but Coach Devontae Holloman said that when he was able to recover and come back, he has not missed a practice. He has really grown into a leader on the team and his also about 10 times better as a student. So one of those situations where adversity seems to have pulled somebody in the proper direction, and he's just a junior. You can see that he's built for this linebacker position. He's making plays. Let's hope he stays on the right path.
Thanks so much for that, Jeff. A great story there, Bob.
Yeah, it really is. And again, showing what football can do to help a young man focus and get things turned around in his life. Bluffton called for encroachment there. It'll be set up a 1st and 5 for the Eagles.
That's always a nice way to start, only having to get 5.
Well,
Jeffrey Smith back to pass, throws it left side. He's got a man there. That's number 24, William Winburn, and Winburn's got some room to run. He gets it down inside Bobcat territory.
Devontae Holloman trying to get him to pick up the pace a little bit here on offense. One of the rare first down for the Eagles here in the first half. And again,
if
here
we
it
look
is.
out here, was just a simple out pattern, and Will was able to take it up there and get them into Bobcat territory. Smith takes it again. He's going to drop back. He's looking for someone to throw to, and he's going to have to take off and run.
Eli's coming.
And
Eli Mitchell caught him from behind, but he's
by-
going to get called for the horse collar.
Yep, he dragged him down by the back of those shoulder pads, and that's going to tack on some more yards for Beaufort. Elite Physical Therapy. Be an advocate for your health care. You have a choice. Choose the best. Elite Physical Therapy.
Smith escaping the pocket, chasing him down is Eli Mitchell, but yep, grabbed him by the collar.
Personal foul, horse collar on the defense, 15 yards, results in a first down.
John Powiol keeping us up to speed on things, but I think we had that one all by ourselves.
Didn't need much help with that one.
So Beaufort, as deep as they've been all evening in Bobcat territory, trying to get on the board. Ball given to James Dagan, who picks up the better part of about 6 or 7. And they're chipping away here, trying to get in with about 3 minutes left in the first half.
Huge series for the Eagles here. They need to come in, get some points, and try to at least get momentum stabilized a little bit. It has been all Bluffton tonight, mainly because they have kept Beaufort from making plays like that. A gain of 8 up the middle.
Second down now. Smith gives it off to Amari Morris, who tries to make a little something happen, and he actually goes backwards maybe a little bit, and that's going to bring up third down.
Jalen Thompson, the 6'4", 210-pound senior co-captain, just grabbed him with one paw and dragged him down.
Don't forget to stick around for the Mike Rickenbosch Chevrolet halftime show. Bob and I will be going over what happened in the first half and what we might see happen in the second half.
It's homecoming here, too.
Homecoming here in Bluffton. 3rd and 5 now. Smith trying to keep this alive, and this was designed for him to run all the way, and he picks up a couple, and that's going to bring up 4th down and probably a long 2.
Big play. Big play now coming up for the Eagles. Nice job there by Jeffrey Smith to at least keep going forward. The 4th down and 2 at the 17.
And easily the biggest call that Beaufort has had all evening right here. They want to keep this one alive, at least get some kind of points out of this.
Morris, the freshman, is out. Dagan, the senior, or junior rather, is in. Out on a wing left. Empty backfield except for Jeffrey Smith. And now Beaufort's going to call a timeout. We'll take a Village Park Homes timeout. Beaufort driving for their first score of the game.
The Hilton Head Homebuilders Education Foundation has been providing local high school graduates in Beaufort, Jasper, and Hampton counties with scholarships for over 25 years. The Education Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization formed to support and raise funds for continuing education. Donations are vital to the success of the program. To become involved or to contribute to the Hilton Head Homebuilders Education Foundation, contact HBA staff today.
Your home is one of your greatest investments, so why let just anyone protect it? Come see our professional team at Kinghorn Insurance of Beaufort. As an independent insurance agency, Kinghorn of Beaufort can provide customized coverage to meet your needs, from flood and water damage to windstorm protection. Our team has the expertise and experience to meet your needs. We proudly represent the Sage Sure family of companies, so come see why we've been earning trust and building relationships since 1898.
So Beaufort now 4th and 2 on the Bluffton 17, looking to get a first down to keep this drive alive. They desperately want to get into the end zone or at least get something on the board here before halftime as they trail it 21-0.
A little different look this time. Dagan in the backfield.
Jeffrey Smith takes it, and he's going to come up short. And the Bluffton defense, I believe, has risen to the occasion and not let them get a first down.
They're going to measure, but I thought he had to get all the way to the 15, and he looks to be just a little bit short of it.
Let's see if referee John Pauiol brings them out. He's going to. But it appears as though they're a little bit short, and Bluffton will take over with 1:43 left here in the first half. And sure enough, they're going to be about 2 feet short. And Beaufort having an opportunity here to get themselves on the board. Jeffrey Smith keeps it and tries to get it by going right up the middle, but nothing's happening there. And Bluffton's going to get possession of the ball back.
James Dagan was a little hesitant to hit the hole after the fake. Had he been a little more forceful, might have given Smith enough room to get the nose of the football across the 15.
So now we'll see how aggressive gets here for Bluffton. And it appears they're going to go right back to the air, and oh my. Rakeem White says, I'd like to have that one back as I had a little room to run.
Well, Brendan Bowersock saying, hey, I'd like to have just a little more of it. He almost got the interception on the tip ball. Loose ball. Oh.
One of those, yeah, almost. 2nd and 10 now, 1:39 left in the first half. So just when you think that Bluffton might just go ahead and try to run it out, and they really haven't run it very much tonight. And when they have, it's usually been something with misdirection. As we've got right there, Memphis Daniels trying to do something. Flag is down, and that's generally going to be a hold, or no, it looks like we've got a face mask.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a face mask against Beaufort as Memphis Daniels strung the play out. See if it's a 5 or a 15.
Got holding on the offense. Face mask on the defense. Penalties offset. Replay, 2nd down.
Let's do it again.
We were both right.
How about that?
You're calling holding, I'm calling the face mask.
I thought I saw a hold, and you definitely got the face mask right, because I kind of saw that a little bit.
All right.
So we'll go back to 2nd and 10. A lot of offsetting stuff happening tonight. Kirkland takes it, rolls to his left just a little bit, and throws a somewhat dangerous pass, looking for Trayvon Brown again, who gets a little love tap out of bounds from Will Kelly. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah. And he did it right in front of Bluffton coach John Hopp, who is a defensive coach and knows how if it was his defensive guy making the hit, he would think that was so cool.
Yep. Doesn't always work that way, though, when your team's on offense.
Yeah, he was trying to work up some anger, and Kelly just kind of waved him off. And He's earned that respect from all the coaches around the Lowcountry.
3rd and 10 now. Kirkland takes it, moves to the right. Looks like he wants to try to option, and he's going to try to pick up something. He's going to pick up the better part of 6, but that'll bring up 4th and 4. So now Bluffton, with about 1:15 or 1:16 left, is going to have to punt. Looks like Beaufort might take a timeout. And we're going to go to a Village Park Homes timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Jeff Altoff here with Lowcountry Insurance. Let me ask you a couple questions. Do you trust your current insurance agent? Do you even know who your insurance agent is? We are a trusted choice independent insurance agency. We make insurance human. Our expert agents walk you through hand-picked options with language you can understand. We are local and here to help you. Give us a shout, Lowcountry Insurance.
We are Palmetto Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy partner.
And the punt is away off the foot of Uriel Zarakan.
Right around the 46.
And Beaufort's going to get it, it looks like, on the Bluffton 45 or so yard line. So a little end over end there. Looked like a pitching wedge. It had some backspin.
Reed Richel making the catch as he slides into the 45.
So Beaufort has just over a minute left here. Maybe they can pick up to what they were doing before.
And they marched the ball down into Bluffton territory on their last possession, but came up short on a 4th and 2 at the 17.
Tyler Haley, the freshman in a quarterback, and you can bet that he's going to be airing it out. Look for him to target number 87, his brother Matthew Haley, and he's going to get no time to do anything. And there's a whole lot of green in that offensive backfield, and down he goes for about an 8-yard loss.
Well, the two outside linebackers, Eli Mitchell, number 3, Kylan Simmons, number 4, had made a deal in the huddle. Meet you at the quarterback, and they did.
Sounds like the days of the old Minnesota Vikings, the Purple People Eaters.
There you go.
Haley again back to pass, and he gets some pressure there, and guess who's chasing him again? Number 3, Eli Mitchell. He's
and
just chasing
4.
both of them. And number 4, Kylan Simmons.
Haley takes off with it. He'll be trapped by Kylan Simmons.
And they gave Tyler Haley no time to do anything but run for his life. So we're under 20 seconds here in the first half. A half that on the scoreboard at least has been totally dominated by Bluffton on the power of 3 home run balls. Haley back again, and he'll be looking to air this one out as he does. And it falls incomplete, and that's going to take us to halftime here at the Broad River Bowl with Bluffton leading at 21-0. Don't forget to stick around for the Mike Rickenbaugh Chevrolet halftime show. We'll be back right after these messages.
Looking for a unique lighting fixture that'll have everyone talking? Check out OT Decor. We have thousands of lighting fixtures that are perfect complements to your house. We carry Kichler, Monte Carlo, Murray Feist, Savoy House, Siegel, and more. Visit our website at otdecor.com to find the perfect accent for your home, or stop by our showroom and visit with our experienced professionals for a personal touch. While you're here, check out our custom cabinets and vanities.
Home is that magical spot where weekends happen. It's tea parties and superheroes. It's one more bedtime story. It's your firsts, your lasts, and everything in between. Home is where you belong. We get it. Whether it's your first home, your next home, or your dream home, we want to build you the very best home for your life. Let us help you get started. VillageParkHomes.com. Close to everything, far from ordinary.
And we welcome you into the Mike Rickenbaugh Chevrolet halftime show. Chris Tremblay along with Bob Stevens. Little surprise here at halftime, wouldn't you say?
It's 21-0 on the scoreboard. It doesn't feel like a 21-0, that kind of a dominant performance, and yet it really has been by the Bluffton defense more than anything else. This is a team that gave up 52 and 56 points in its last two games, and they pitch a shutout in the first half and hold Beaufort to under 100 yards of offense.
The game got started pretty quickly for Bluffton as Rakeem White took a ball and took it into the end zone from about 38 yards, and then Shamar Sandgren twice on the home run ball.
Yeah, a couple of times Lee Kirkland has been able to get his wide guys past the secondary, and he did it twice with Sandgren for 63 and 53 yards. That's why it's 21-0 when Bluffton really hasn't dominated the ball and marched it down the field. They've sat back and hit the home run.
Defense for Bluffton, as you just mentioned. Beaufort has gone ahead and mixed it up, running two quarterbacks, Jeffrey Smith and Tyler Haley. Neither of them have really had a whole lot of time to do anything.
No, they really haven't. Great job by the outside linebackers for Bluffton. They continue to put pressure on them from both sides. And Beaufort, it's been known for the years and years and years of being able to pound the ball. They're not able to get the ball and any kind of yardage between the tackles, and that really has hamstrung their offense.
Second half, Beaufort's got to start to make something happen.
Yeah, they really do. I think they'll use both quarterbacks again. I think they're going to have to throw the football a little bit and come up with something to make it happen, but they're going to have to throw the ball pretty quickly because, again, Bluffton's doing a good job of getting penetration.
Will Kelly, the senior, is doing an awesome job for Beaufort on defense, but he can't do it alone, and those defensive backs have to make sure that those two don't get past them anymore.
Well, and he has to make a decision now. Does he go after the quarterback? Kirkland's been able to get rid of the ball pretty quickly. Does he do that and take himself out of the play potentially, or does he lay back and kind of help with coverage? It looks like he's been spying the quarterback now the last 2 or 3 series, just kind of following Kirkland from sideline to sideline.
Bluffton leads at 21-0 on the strength of 3 home run balls. Can Beaufort get themselves back into it here in the second half? We're going to have to stick around and see. The Mike Rickenbaugh Chevrolet halftime show continues. Jeff Shane will be up with a special guest right after this halftime timeout.
Elite Physical Therapy has enjoyed being your physical therapy provider for the past 10 years. They focus their attention individually with each and every patient, providing a hands-on approach to accelerate your recovery so you can get back to the active lifestyle to which you're accustomed. At Elite Physical Therapy, you'll be treated by the same licensed physical therapist every session to work towards goals you set together. Take control of your health care and choose the best in physical therapy.
Hi, I'm Chris Butler, owner of Butler Marine. We are your #1 dealer in the Lowcountry for outboard boats, and we feature the largest indoor showroom in the Southeast. Butler Marine has a wide selection of new and used boats, including bow riders, skiffs, catamarans, and center consoles. We are the largest Key West dealer in the country and the largest Yamaha dealer in the area. With our large parts department, we have any part you need, and we can even store your boat at our new dry stack facility in Port Royal. You can visit us at butlermarineinc.com. Butler Marine, come visit us and discover the difference.
Turbyville Insurance Agency has you covered in Beaufort, Bluffton, and throughout the Lowcountry. We are your independent insurance agency who will give you choices for peace of mind on your home, auto, business, life, health, and retirement plans by finding the best combination of price, coverage, and service. At Turbyville Insurance, we'll keep up with your changing insurance needs and are committed to customer satisfaction. Call us today and experience the Turbyville difference.
Back at halftime here at Bobcat Stadium, the Bluffton Bobcats leading Beaufort Eagles 21-0 here at halftime. I'm joined by the Bluffton Athletic Director, Cody Slaughter. Cody, a good performance, big plays by your quarterback and your receivers tonight.
Yeah, they're doing well. I think the coaches put in a lot of work this week, studying film and things like that. So they kind of, came in with a good game plan. Obviously, it's to throw it as far as they can right now. So they seem to be doing pretty well with what their game plan was, and then we hope to keep on going.
It's a little different, not only in football but in all sports this year because of the jump from Class 3A to Class 4A. We see it maybe more on the football field because of roster sizes and size of players and a 2-4 record coming in, but talk to us a little bit about the adjustment in making it's only one class, but it's kind of a big jump, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's a big jump just in attendance size for our kids to go playing against schools that are 1,400 kids. So you got to throw some teams on the schedule that are even bigger than that, just to kind of prepare yourself for the region. And that's kind of what we stress at Bluffton is you got to win the region and put yourself in the best chance to advance in the playoffs. So our coaches are really focusing on their schedules and trying to get prepared in their non-region schedule so that when the region comes around they can be successful.
For the last number of years, you were one of the biggest schools in the class. Now you're one of the smallest schools in the class. Does that show up not only in football but in other sports?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely an adjustment. Our football team is small. Some of our other teams are getting smaller, but our athletes are getting better. I mean, you look at them each week and they're getting better and better and better. So going from being the biggest to being one of the smaller ones is definitely a disadvantage, but it's not to the point where we're going to lose sports or we're going to have teams that fold.
No, and sometimes you're right that the quality of competition improves when you have to face the better quality opponents. Now you've one sport that seems like it continues to do very well, and they're competing at states this week, is the swim team. Talk to us a little bit about the success that you've had with the swim team this year.
Yeah, we've got 11 of our athletes down in Columbia right now competing in the 4A state swim championships. They've new coach this year, but they didn't drop off from where we were at when we were 3A. The new coach was able to kind of keep them going right where they were at, and even to see them improve every week, every meet. It's been really neat to watch. He's a young coach, so it just kind of goes to show that you can pick up where somebody was, and you can just continue the success that they had, even as a young coach.
And sometimes that enthusiasm rubs off and drives athletes to a higher level as well.
Yeah, definitely. He's very enthusiastic. He's a very fit guy. He's a triathlete, so he loves the sport, and you start to see it in the kids. The kids are more excited, so it's good to see him, and it's good to see those kids succeeding and be excited about it.
Volleyball has kind of gone through the adjustment period as well. They're getting a little bit better, and talks a little bit about what is around the corner with the winter sports, basketball and wrestling.
Volleyball, yeah, they're trucking right along. Like you said, we came into a little bit stronger competition when we stepped into the 4A region. Hilton Head and Beaufort have great volleyball teams, so it's challenged us a little bit. But they're doing well. Moving into the winter season with wrestling and basketball. Wrestling is going to be different because all of the teams except for us and Colleton, I think, have new coaches. So Beaufort has a new coach and Hilton Head has a new coach. Basketball, Beaufort has a new coach. There's a lot of new coaches, it seems like, when we made this transition to the region. So just seeing how coaches adjust to being in 4A and really how all the coaches adjust to playing against new competition, new coaches is going to be interesting.
One thing about this region is, while it's great that it's compact and we've got Hilton Head and Beaufort and Colleton, it's only 4 teams deep. What are the advantages to that? What are the disadvantages to that?
Biggest disadvantage I can see is you typically have 4 qualifiers for the playoffs out of a region. Having 4 teams, we're only going to have 3 guaranteed, and then we can try to get some at-large positions in some sports. But the advantages is you have more freedom with your schedule in all your sports. Where instead of playing 8 to 10 region games in your spring sports where you play a home and away, you're now playing 6. So you can open it up and play some bigger schools and play some tougher competition to get you ready for those region games.
Has your phone been ringing a lot since the move?
Yeah, I mean,
or are you making the calls?
Well, some sports, yeah, you get a lot of calls, and we get a lot of calls for our spring sports, for soccer and baseball and softball. Getting a lot of calls for those. Football was hard because we had to make a lot of the calls to try and find or try to fill a schedule. You know, when you go from only having to find a few games to having to find 7 games to fill your schedule because you only got 3 region games. You have to make a lot of calls, and we did that, and we beefed the schedule up a little bit, and it was a fun experience. It was fun.
And now you've got the experience of doing it. You'll know a little bit better down the path as next season rolls around. Cody, we appreciate the time. We appreciate the update on the Bluffton sports, and good luck not only tonight and the rest of the region, but as we go into the winter and spring.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with the second half kickoff right after this.
Your home is one of your greatest investments, so why let just anyone protect it? Come see our professional team at Kinghorn Insurance of Beaufort. As an independent insurance agency, Kinghorn and Beaufort can provide customized coverage to meet your needs, from flood and water damage to windstorm protection. Our team has the expertise and experience to meet your needs. We proudly represent the Sage Sure family of companies, so come see why we've been earning trust and building relationships since 1898.
Be part of something great. Join the CBC First Federal Bank family. A history of strength and a vision for the future. CBC National Bank and First Federal Bank are coming together to become an even stronger community bank. We're focused on vibrant communities, successful schools, growing businesses, and financial stability. We were voted again by the community as the 2018 Beaufort Gazette Best Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Before TCL, I served in the military for 5 years. So I knew I didn't want to be a single mom in the military, so I did decide to go to school. My whole family has graduated from TCL and has had great success here. Right now, I'm a recent nurse graduate. I want to be a nurse practitioner. I can't think of what TCL hasn't done for me. I am Thomasina Smalls, and I made it happen no matter what.
It's homecoming night here at Bobcat Stadium as the Bluffton Bobcats prepare to go into the second half, and I'm joined by the king and the queen of Bluffton High School on this homecoming night, Blake Oliver and Tajma Singleton, both seniors, and king and queen for the night, and I suppose you carry this all through the year, right?
Yes, sir. I've been hoping for this.
Yeah.
What has homecoming week been like here at Bluffton, and some of the activities that have gone on that have led to this night?
It's been an awesome week. We've had a theme for every day. On Monday we had America Day. Then on Tuesday, what was it? Tuesday we had Tacky Taurus. Wednesday was Rave. Thursday was NFL. And then today was Toga Day. Toga Day. So
that
only for the seniors. Only for the seniors.
Only for the seniors.
Yes, sir. So it was a pretty fun day.
Both of you being seniors, is the senior class kind of the standout class in this high school?
I would say so. I would say yeah. There's a lot of fun kids in senior classes here. Yes, sir.
And a lot for the underclassmen to aspire to, I suppose.
Yeah, a lot for them to look up to.
Both of you are athletes. Blake, you're a volleyball player, actually transferred over from May River, first year here.
Yes, sir.
And you already have some offers to play volleyball at the collegiate level.
Yes, sir, I do. Belmont Abbey and Limestone, and then at Florida State and Tennessee, actually. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm still undecided where to go. So
is some of that based on what kind of the offers come in?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, sir.
Playing Division I volleyball sounds like a great thing. What position?
Been a dream of mine. Yeah. I'm a libero.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so I'm excited. And then I'd like to major in wall, so have to see which one's my best option.
Okay. Yes, sir. It's all a combination of things, right?
Yes, sir.
And Tajma, you are a soccer player, a striker, and a team captain here at Bluffton.
Correct. I am. It's playing soccer here is a pleasure. It's very fun. And I also play for not Georgia State. I've also played for GPS, but I want to go to Georgia State to play and to major in nursing or sports medicine.
Sports medicine, is that kind of a byproduct of being out on the field as much as you have over your youth?
Oh, yes, and I also take the sports medicine class, and I enjoy it very well.
King and the Queen, Blake Oliver, Tajma Singleton, back for the second half right after this.
Hilton Head Island's pristine beaches are one reason the area has boomed over the past 50 years, and Hilton Head Exterminators was there in the beginning. We covered the island, protecting homes and businesses as the island's first pest control company. Since then, we've expanded to protect homes and businesses beyond the island into Bluffton and the surrounding Lowcountry. Everywhere you look, you'll see one of our vehicles. Hilton Head Exterminators, here in the beginning, and we're still here, growing along with the communities we protect.
Looking for a unique lighting fixture that'll have everyone talking? Check out OT Decor. We have thousands of lighting fixtures that are perfect complements to your house. We carry Kichler, Monte Carlo, Murray Feist, Savoy House, Siegel, and more. Visit our website at otdecor.com to find the perfect accent for your home, or stop by our showroom and visit with our experienced professionals for a personal touch. While you're here, check out our custom cabinets and vanities.
And we are ready to go here with the second half of the Broad River Bowl. Chris Tremblay along with Bob Stevens. Jeff Shane will be on the sideline, keeping us up to speed as to what's going on there with all kinds of stories. We didn't see this coming. Bluffton leads at 21-0. 3 home run balls from Lee Kirkland, 1 to Rakeem White for 38 yards. The other 2 to Shamar Sandgren for 63 and 53, and that's where we stand.
And the Bobcats get the ball to start the second half.
Not a long kick, taken right there by Eli Mitchell takes it, and just like that, Beaufort gets it right back. That didn't take very long.
Jacob Anderson comes up with the loose ball. Jeffrey Smith, the one who knocked it free. I got to tell a quick story here. I was talking with John Hupp for a moment during the long extended halftime because of homecoming. I said, boy, your defense is playing well. We talked about that. And your offense is doing some things and moving the ball quickly. He loved that. I said, and you get the ball to start the second half. Just don't fumble it.
Oops. I hate it when that happens.
He will not let me forget that.
No.
All right.
Really doesn't look like it was that hard a hit by Jeffrey Smith. Eli Mitchell looks like he just lost his focus with it, but regardless, Beaufort gets the ball and a chance to get on the board here in the beginning early stages of the third quarter. Smith throws it out there. Reed Rochelle catches it, and he's going to pick up the better part of about 5.
Linebacker Xavier Dykstra, actually a defensive end who had been lined up out wide, makes the tackle on Rochelle after the gain of about 4. But boy, what a great opportunity here for the Eagles to get right back in it.
Quick score here could change the tide totally. Smith hands it off that time. James Dagan takes it, and he looks like he's got a first down. Gets down to about the 22-yard line.
That's one of the few times so far tonight that we've seen Beaufort with some drive by their offensive line and really giving the running back a little room to hit full speed before he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Smith takes it, and he's going to the left immediately with the ball, and he's going to try to pick it all up on his own. He gets the better part of about 5 or 6. And that always makes it easier when you go ahead and pick up at least 5 or 6 on first down.
Offensively, Beaufort trying to move the ball a little quicker now. Not take as long to let a play set up, but just get it and go.
Eli Mitchell and Kylan Simmons have been putting a lot of pressure on them, and just like that, you get number 82 there. That's Keaton Gajewski, who went ahead and put the lick on the play that time. Slowed it down a little bit.
Gajewski and Ronald Reed stopping that play before it could really get started. So instead of second and about 5, they now have third and a long 7.
And more than likely 2-down territory here. Beaufort trying to get on the board quickly here, and once again pressure. Jeffrey Smith's able to dodge it, and he's got some room to run, and he's going to come up a little short of the first down, but he did a good job of escaping the rush in the backfield, did a little twisting and turning, and turned a negative into a nice positive, and that'll bring up 4th and short. Let's go to Jeff Shane on the sideline.
For those that have watched Beaufort football for many years are used to the ground game that Mark Clifford installed for a dozen years here, and the way that the Eagles would just pound opponents. Little bit different tonight. The Eagles in the first half rushed only 20 times officially, and a lot of those were Jeffrey Smith being chased out of the pocket on what were called to be pass plays. But a very effective defense by Bluffton tonight. 20 rushes for about a dozen yards in that first half. And what's interesting is that through the first half dozen games, Bluffton was allowing more than 200 yards a game rushing. Big turnaround for the Bobcats tonight.
Thanks for that, Jeff. So on 4th and 2, we had a little movement there by Beaufort, and that backs it up 5, and that kind of changes things a little bit. Now it's 4th and 7. They want to keep this drive alive. Right before halftime, Bluffton stopped them in a similar situation, and it happens once again. Great pressure that time on Jeffrey Smith by number 4, Kylan Simmons. He and Eli Mitchell have been coming from the sides and putting a lot of pressure on both Smith and Tyler Haley, Beaufort's other quarterback, and it works again. And Bluffton able to avoid a bullet there after they fumbled the opening second half kick. They get the ball back now on their own 18-yard line.
That time Simmons got Smith from the blind side, and Smith did not know what hit him until Simmons did, and that's why the pass fell incomplete.
Technical College of the Lowcountry. Make it happen no matter what.
Bluffton with the football now. Sandgren over the middle, gets out past the 30, almost the 35-yard line.
And every time Devontae Holloman sees him get the ball and he's got some open field, he has to be swallowing hard. First down for Bluffton. Sandgren and Rakeem White are responsible for all the scoring in the first half. Sandgren got to pay dirt twice, White once. Kirkland back to pass again, avoids the rush. Now he's rolling to his right. He's going to try to do it on his own, and he gets out of bounds, picks up about 5. So smart play by Lee Kirkland there.
Yeah, George Williams finally running him out of bounds, but Kirkland got the last yard he could and then ducked out of bounds. Smart play by the junior, who has done a great job of getting rid of the ball in a hurry to really negate any kind of pressure that Will Kelly and that defense could put on him.
Kirkland in the shotgun, John Swinton with him in the backfield. Kirkland throws a quick one over to Shamar Sandgren, who makes a little move but can't quite get away from Jeffrey Smith. But he picked up a couple.
Smith had him by the ankle.
He
and then
had
kind
him.
of went up the leg, and then he got him by the knee, and once he finally got him by the hip, he went down.
He wasn't going to let him go. So that should bring up a 3rd and 2 now. Once again, Swinton in the backfield with Lee Kirkland. Kirkland takes it and rolls to his right, and he throws it to Swinton on the option. Nothing happening there. A play that really hasn't been very effective this evening for them. And Mr. Guess Who, Will Kelly's in there on the tackle again, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Will Kelly just following the ball now. He moved down the line with Kirkland. When Kirkland pitched it, he was right there to make the play and the stop and create a punting opportunity for the Bobcats.
Are you looking for a new or used car? Mike Rickenbaugh Chevrolet. Before you buy, give us a try. Uriel Zacharin on to punt again. This time it's fielded by Reed Rochelle, who really takes a popping right there at the 28-yard line. Rakeem White, after he was turned around, Rakeem White put a little punishment on him. Rochelle able to hold on to it, and Beaufort will get the ball back.
But the Bobcats have basically flipped the field. They were down inside their own 25, and Now the Eagles have got to take over on their side of the 50-yard line, still with that 0 staring at them on the scoreboard.
Jeffrey Smith remains at quarterback. Try to get them doing a little something here. Village Park Homes is your true hometown builder. They're close to everything but far from ordinary. Village Park Homes. Smith throws it out to the corner there. It's incomplete.
Intended for Richelle. Jeffrey Smith, a senior, 4-year starter. Devontae Holloman says, I've got this one recruited. He may lose Chase Geinup, his defensive lineman, to Clemson, but he thinks he's going to get Jeffrey Smith to go to Columbia and play for the Gamecocks, or at least walk on with the Gamecocks as he pursues his college education.
Yeah, I got to believe, you know, for the talent, there's going to be a little bit of a pipeline going from Beaufort up to Columbia. It looks like we had a little movement there. I don't see any flags, though. Smith throws it across the middle, and that was a dangerous one. There were no Eagles home there. It was only Bobcats.
Gavin Watkins closest to the football, and he wears Bobcat green.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 now. Beaufort trying to get something going as they trail in this one 21-0.
Well, we talked about them needing to create something in the passing game. They've tried to West Coast it a little bit, just some short passes to gain some yardage, and even those haven't worked so far.
Smith airs it out down the right side, and this one was thrown out of bounds, and there was no chance that time for Matthew Haley to get that one. And that's going to be another 3 and out for Beaufort. So with just under 7 minutes left, they still haven't been able to put anything together. And the Bluffton offense, and I'm not even going to say it, assuming we don't have a turnover here, I'll get the ball back. Yeah, we don't want to jinx them there.
Smith back to punt. Sandgren back deep. Hits and does not go out of bounds. Good job by Smith to get it down to near the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats of Bluffton High. 2-4 on the season, but this is the region opener. These are the ones that count.
And it's so important that Beaufort holds them here. They've got to be the next team to score, or this one's going to be close to being over. 3 men on the wide on the right side there. Kirkland takes it. Little misdirection play, throws it back on the other side to Swinton, who just kind of went and hung out there. He gets up to about midfield. Let's see, did he step out of bounds? He might have stepped out of bounds back near the 35, but we're going to see. No, they're going to mark it up by midfield. So great misdirection there. Bluffton loads up the right side, makes it look like they're going that way, and Swinton circles around out of the backfield and picks it up and gets down right about to midfield. Now it looks like he stayed just in. Yep. Great camera work by our team there. So 1st down from their old 49 now. Ball goes right away there to Memphis Daniels, who picks up about 3. They've run that play a couple times tonight with Daniels coming around the side.
We got to find out before they play Hilton Head High if he has a brother named Nashville and another one named Chattanooga.
Okay.
No,
I think that's a good question.
It's a unique first name. I like it.
I like it too. You think his family's originally from Tennessee?
No.
Or they just like blues?
Yeah, maybe that.
Who doesn't know? Oh my, Shamar Sandgren started to run before he put the biscuit in the basket, and that's going to be a drop ball, and he's sorry for that.
Yeah, because that had 6 written on it.
Oh, didn't it?
Nice play fake. Cornerback bit on it. Sandgren was open.
The closest defender there was one of the officiating crew. 3rd and 8 now for Bluffton. Right from midfield. Kirkland looking to keep this drive alive as the clock keeps going down. He drops the ball and is fortunate enough to fall on it. That's going to bring up 4th and long, and Bluffton will bring up the punting team.
In the backfield.
Clock keeps ticking. The clock, the friend of the Bluffton Bobcats, as we reach the halfway point of this 3rd quarter.
Elite Physical Therapy. Be an advocate for your health care. You have a choice. Choose the best. Elite Physical Therapy. Uriel Zurekin in to punt again.
Dead ball. Ball start on the offense. 5 yards. Still 4th down.
So that'll back Bluffton up 5 yards. And Uriel Zurekin will get another chance to do it. Runs to his right like he always does, gets a good kick away. Reed Rochelle calls for the fair catch, which he does on the 28-yard line. And that's where Beaufort will start things out again with 5:38 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Almost a rugby-style kick from Zarikin.
Runs to the right, gets it right off.
Or a goalie in the English Premier League.
Yes. Both punters have seen their right foot used extensively tonight. Jeffrey Smith coming back in at quarterback. We saw freshman Tyler Haley on a couple of series in the 1st half. We have yet to see him here in the 2nd half. Smith trying to get this Eagle offense going and get them into the end zone. He runs to the left side. He's chased from behind. And Jeffrey Smith plows forward for the better part of 7 or 8, and that'll bring up 2nd and short.
Nice job of Jeffrey Smith carrying 3 Bobcats along with him for the last 3 or 4 of those yards. Beaufort needs to make something happen here soon, offensively. Just sustain something.
They haven't been able to break anybody loose into the open. The 2 times they've gotten deep down into Bluffton territory, they've gone for it on 4th down, and neither time have they been able to come up with the 1st down. Smith's going to take it and run again, and he's going to get right ahead for a 1st down, and they'll get a fresh 4.
Have they had a 15, 20-yard play in the whole game offensively?
No.
I don't think so. Smith tucks and runs. Finally wrapped up.
And as we mentioned in years gone by, the offense of former coach Mark Clifford usually had 3 solid running backs that were splitting the duties, and their quarterback would be a runner too. And Jeffrey Smith is a byproduct of that. He hands it off this time to James Dagan, and Dagan goes nowhere.
Dykstra again on the play, along with Keaton Gajeski, the junior. Dykstra just a junior. Bluffton's a young team, experience-wise.
3 times tonight, Bluffton has lit it into the end zone, and speaking of lighting, OT Decor offers unique lighting designs. Visit their website at otdecor.com to find the perfect accent for your home. Smith on 2nd and 12. He goes back, and this one's picked off by number 4, Kylan Simmons, who takes it out of bounds at the 20, and he was just waiting for that one. So I'm not even sure who Smith was throwing it to. Maybe we can see it here on the replay. But he was the only one there.
Yeah.
And even he was a little surprised it came to him. But great hands there by Kylan Simmons, and now he's got the Bobcats back down where they can score and put this one possibly out of reach. So right at the 20-yard line now, Lee Kirkland and this Bobcat offense take over, and right away he's going for it. And we have a jump ball, and that one's intercepted by by number 40. And that's Kaya Little.
Yep.
He's got it. So on back-to-back plays, we have 2 interceptions, and just like that, Beaufort is back in business.
Watch this play as the defender, the guy who really made the play happen for Beaufort, was Desmond Gaylord. But then the interception is made by Kaye Little. And a couple of guys who have not played a lot in this game come up with a huge defensive play for the Eagles to keep the Bobcats out of the end zone.
So great play by the Eagle defense, and Jeffrey Smith and the offense are back in. Given to Amari Morris, who tries to get a little something and picks up about 3. And you just get the feeling that Beaufort needs to try something a little bit bigger here. The Woody Hayes offense of 3 yards and a cloud of Bermuda grass isn't cutting it.
Well, again, they're going with a very young offensive line, the Beaufort Eagles. Bowersox and Guinup play some. They're seniors, but it's right now 4 juniors and a sophomore in that offensive line.
And Angel Huerta jumped off sides, and that's going to make it 3rd and 1 now. Trying to anticipate the count. It's okay, Angel. It happens from time to time.
You were that way at dinner last night.
I was.
A little ahead of the game.
A little ahead of the game.
Jump the snap.
You bet. So 2nd and short, Jeffrey Smith takes it, and that's going to bring up 3rd and longer. As he goes backwards. Ooh, got a little love tap on the helmet there. And that love tap's going to be a 15-yard personal foul penalty or unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's going to be a 1st down for Beaufort.
John Powell did not like that at all. When they throw the flag that high, they are there to
personal foul, defense. 93, pushed off.
Personal foul penalty against the Bobcats.
So that little love tap on the helmet costs Bluffton 15 yards and gives Beaufort a 1st down.
Jason Jenkins is 93.
Oops.
Yeah.
Ball will be moved to the 40. Eagles with a 1st and 10 now.
And that gives Beaufort a 1st down, gets them out from deep in their own end. Now they got a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Turbyville is your local independent insurance agency that has you covered throughout the Lowcountry. Turbyville Insurance. Jeffrey Smith back to pass. He's going to air this one out the left side. And that goes right through the hands of number 2, Trey Hayward. But he was pretty well covered. He's step for step. And as much as Beaufort's tried to connect on a few long ones, Bluffton's had some pretty solid defense in their secondary tonight.
That's the thing. Beaufort rather, has not made any of those longer plays work. So the defense just gets tighter, You get 7 or 8 in a box, and you're not going to be able to run the football until Beaufort shows they can throw the ball. Bluffton's going to almost dare them to.
2nd and 10 now. Smith takes it, rolls to the left. It looks like he wants to keep this one, which he does. And he picks up what looks like a hard-fought 2.5, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 or 8.
Jalen Thompson was the pursuer that time. Again, they just continue to run players in off the edges, trying to put pressure on the quarterback.
Let's see who Jeff Shane has and what he has to say.
Despite the 21-0 score, Coach John Hopt is not very happy here on the Bluffton sideline. During one of the recent changes of possession, he went over to his offense and kind of got into them, telling them to have a little bit more of a killer instinct. Stop playing scared. This is a team that's lost 4 of its 6 games, so little urgency is needed on that side. And then after the last personal foul penalty, he swapped out 3 of his defenders, very unhappy with the personal fouls and the unsportsmanlike conducts that have been going on the defensive side. Also, cornerback Jordan Murray has been out the last couple series. He's trying to work out some tightness in his left heel, and Rayon Polson has taken his place for now. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Jeff. On 3rd down, Eli Mitchell, once again with great penetration in the backfield, made Jeffrey Smith take a loss, and Beaufort has to punt again. Taken there, that's number 5. Shamar Sandgren, who's got some running room, and when he has running room, he's going to get some yardage, and he gets it into Beaufort territory down to about the 37-yard line, and Bluffton is back in business.
Yeah, Shamar Sandgren doing a great job on this punt return. Makes a great move there to freeze about 3 Beaufort Eagles, then breaks a tackle. And only some great pursuit by the backside of the special team there, runs him out of bounds, or he'd have had 15 more.
So Bluffton starts out now in Beaufort territory, and with the short field, once again, they're looking to lock this one up. One more touchdown for them, and that'll be a 4-score game. And that's going to be asking a little too much out of the Eagles. And there's a quick pitch and catch with Rakeem White, who's got some room, and he waltzes into the end zone for a TCL touchdown. But we have some flags down, and generally, with the way the teams look like they're walking, it looks like we're coming backwards.
Yeah. Walking back. This way.
Block in the back, is that what he said?
Yes.
Block in the back. So that's going to bring the touchdown for Rakeem White back. Let's see if we can pick it up here on the Elite Physical Therapy replay. And there it was at the top. There it was right there as he went by the 20-yard line. Here it comes right there.
Yep. Rakeem White waltzes it into the end zone anyway.
He does.
You notice the offense for Bluffton. I mean, almost on Jeff Shane's cue, and certainly on John Hopp's cue. Came out with a little urgency. They came out with a little spark, and boom, first play out of the box. They get it called back, but they do get it into the end zone.
So it's 1st and 6 now. Kirkland takes it, and he's going to the end zone again. And just throws it out of the outstretched arms of Shamar Sandgren, who was looking to get in for the 3rd time tonight. Jeff's sideline report before was brought to you by Turbyville, who is your local independent insurance agency that has you covered throughout the Lowcountry.
2nd down, the 3rd down rather it should be now.
1:20 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 6 now. Bluffton looking to add to their lead. Quick pass there from Lee Kirkland. Right over there, he hits number 13.
Trayvon Brown.
Trayvon Brown.
Catches it, gets up, limping just a bit, but he didn't want to come out.
And this is going to be close to a 1st down. I think they're going to bring the chains out and measure. While they're doing that, we want to remind you that the MVP award at the end of the game is brought to you by the Charles Sampson team at Charter One Realty. Stick around at the end with our post-game interview of the team and to see who gets awarded tonight's MVP award.
Charles Sampson is here. We saw a really fancy Corvette before the game that we thought was going to be the prize for the MVP this week. But
so you're saying the Charles Sampson team is not giving out the Corvette for the MVP award tonight?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll have to let Charles Sampson know that then. As he turns around and looks at us like, are you guys cray-cray?
He let me know it when I asked him. The fancy Corvette was involved in the halftime homecoming festivities.
And it was a nice
of which,
one too.
Lee Kirkland was the prince. He's the junior homecoming king.
He was the Prince of Bluffton.
The senior gets to be called the king, but Kirkland was the junior and kind of the prince of homecoming, the prince of tides, as you would.
So 3rd and really short. Ball goes to John Swinton, who's got some room to run, and he gets it down to about the 17 or so yard line, and that's going to be a Bluffton 1st down with now under a minute left in the 3rd quarter. And they're just plodding down the field. We want to remind you that Peacock Auto Mall, you can find it all at Peacock Auto Mall.
All right.
Kirkland hustling into the huddle. He got the message from Hop. Let's show a little urgency here.
So a fresh 4 for Bluffton here from the 17. Looking to increase their lead. Swinton takes it up the middle, gets maybe 2.
Swinton on the carry.
Yeah, the most important thing, hang on to the football.
Hang on to the ball.
Looks like Bluffton's going to let the clock run down to finish off this third quarter. Scoreless third quarter. It's been all Bobcats, though, throughout this night. They lead it on homecoming, 21-0.
Jeff Altoff here with Lowcountry Insurance. Let me ask you a couple questions. Do you trust your current insurance agent? Do you even know who your insurance agent is? We are a trusted choice independent insurance agency. We make insurance human. Our expert agents walk you through hand-picked options with language you can understand. We are local and here to help you. Give us a shout, Lowcountry Insurance.
Elite Physical Therapy has enjoyed being your physical therapy provider for the past 10 years. They focus their attention individually with each and every patient, providing a hands-on approach to accelerate your recovery so you can get back to the active lifestyle to which you're accustomed. At Elite Physical Therapy, you'll be treated by the same licensed physical therapist every session to work towards goals you set together. Take control of your health care and choose the best in physical therapy.
We are Palmetto Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy partner.
The life lessons that I learned playing football are priceless and started much earlier than my NFL career. As part of a team, I learned accountability, discipline, and the value of hard work. But the most important lesson is safety. Keep your kids safe during practice and during the game. Educate yourself and your kids. Learn the symptoms of concussions and how to prevent them. Everything starts with fundamentals, but remember, safety is first. For more information, visit peacockloves.com.
The best bargains in the Lowcountry are at the Salvation Army Family Thrift Store in Beaufort. Stop in and see the selection and feel good knowing all items in the store are donated and all profits from them stay local to help families in need. There's 50% off colored tagged items every day, and you can also help by donating clothing, furniture, and other items in good, clean condition. All donations to the Salvation Army are tax deductible. Visit the Salvation Army Family Thrift Store at 164 Robert Smalls Parkway in Beaufort.
So as we start the fourth quarter here, Bluffton leads it 21-0. They've got a second 11. Kirkland throws it for the end zone. He's got a man, and that is Shamar Sandgren for the third time tonight. He's in for a TCL touchdown, and up Bluffton lead to 27-0. So another beautiful pitch and catch from Lee Kirkland to Shamar Sandgren, and Bluffton looking to put this one away.
Again, Kirkland getting rid of it quickly. Sandgren had a step on the defensive back. He beats Peyton Langford into the back corner of the end zone. Great touch shown by Kirkland on that pass. A couple of those early touchdowns, you could probably give more credit to the receiver for the run after the catch, but that one was Kirkland's.
The kick by Evan Hayes is up, and it's good. And as we go to break, Bluffton leads it now 28-0. We'll be back right after this.
Ready for a new look in your home? It's time for some new ceramic tile or stone from Creative Interiors Carpet One. We feature the area's largest selection of ceramic tile, stone, and decorative mosaics to fit your unique style. Our long history with top manufacturers let us offer the best prices on all the major brands. We'll help you with what works best for your lifestyle and take the time to discuss your options. Locally owned, we're your neighbors here at Creative Interiors of Beaufort.
For all your floor covering needs, visit us at Creative Interiors Carpet One on Boundary Street in Beaufort.
The best bargains in the Lowcountry are at the Salvation Army Family Thrift Store in Beaufort. Stop in and see the selection and feel good knowing all items in the store are donated and all profits from them stay local to help families in need. There's 50% off colored tagged items every day, and you can also help by donating clothing, furniture, and other items in good, clean condition. All donations to the Salvation Army are tax deductible. Visit the Salvation Army Family Thrift Store at 164 Robert Smalls Parkway in Beaufort.
And on the first play of the fourth quarter, Lee Kirkland hit Shamar Sandgren from 17 yards out to increase the Bobcat lead to 28-0. And as we were saying during our break, Beaufort really needs to have something happen quick or the lights are going to be turned out here. And something is happening quick. Right here, we've got a run going down there by James Dagan, and he's going to take it all the way for a TCL touchdown. So just like that, when Bluffton appears to put this one out of reach, James Dagan takes it from his own goal line and takes it the length of the field to finally get the Beaufort Eagles on the scoreboard.
James Dagan takes it at about the 8, gets a couple of good blocks, then shows some sprinter speed, beats the kicker there on the play near the sideline, and then cuts back, and he's gone.
91 yards by James Dagan, and Beaufort looking to tack some more on here. Peyton Langford in to kick. His kick is up. His kick is good, and just like that, Beaufort answers back to Bluffton's touchdown. They get on the board. They now trail 28-7. We'll be back right after this.
Elite Physical Therapy has enjoyed being your physical therapy provider for the past 10 years. They focus their attention individually with each and every patient, providing a hands-on approach to accelerate your recovery so you can get back to the active lifestyle to which you're accustomed. At Elite Physical Therapy, you'll be treated by the same licensed physical therapist every session to work towards goals you set together. Take control of your health care and choose the best in physical therapy.
Hilton Head Island's pristine beaches are one reason the area has boomed over the past 50 years, and Hilton Head Exterminators was there in the beginning. We covered the island, protecting homes and businesses as the island's first pest control company. Since then, we've expanded to protect homes and businesses beyond the island into Bluffton and the surrounding Lowcountry. Everywhere you look, you'll see one of our vehicles. Hilton Head Exterminators, here in the beginning, and we're still here, growing along with the communities we protect.
So a quick squib kick, ball's on the ground. Beaufort had a chance to get it back. Bluffton fortunate to fall on it, but they maintain possession.
Cody Eldridge, the junior safety, makes the defensive play, or offensive play, I guess, for Bluffton.
And Beaufort had them do what they wanted them to do. Didn't handle it right away, but the ball took a Bluffton bounce, and Cody Eldridge was able to fall on it. Technical College of the Lowcountry. Make it happen no matter what.
Looks like we've got a penalty against Bluffton around the play that will march them back to about their own 30.
John Powiel going to tell us what it is.
You might keep this one a secret.
It was one of those secret penalties. We're just going to march you backwards. We're not going to tell you what it was, but we're going to march you backwards. So Lee Kirkland and the offense come out now. They lead at 28-7. They were up 28-0 until just a moment ago when Mr. James Dagan took it 91 yards to the house on a kickoff return. Now around the right side, there goes Shamar Sandgren trying to pick up a little something.
And that's
he
about all he
gets
got.
back to about the 30-yard line, and that's about all.
the way back up to the line of scrimmage.
He got a little something, but that was it. Good pursuit toward the sideline by the Eagles.
Neither team has had a lot of luck tonight running east-west. The gains have been minimal. John Hopnow probably trying to find out what the deal was on that penalty.
Neither team's run it that well north and south either.
Yeah, that's true. Mike Rickenbaugh Chevrolet. Before you buy, give us a try. That's Mike Rickenbaugh Chevrolet.
Lee Kirkland gets the signal, checks back into the huddle. The 6'4", 205-pound junior who had thrown for over 1,100 yards coming into the game and has added 150 just in touchdown passes tonight.
Kirkland rolling to the left. He's going to keep it and chooses to run it and gets it out there. Not far from a first down. He might have picked it up. He did pick it up. So Kirkland running to his left looking for somebody, opted to run it, saw a little hole, picked up a first down, and Bluffton's got a fresh 4.
Nice job of leadership again by Lee Kirkland as he sees nothing. Good job by Beaufort's defense of forcing him out of the pocket.
Rushing pretty well. He's had 3 scores rushing this year, so he's done a little something on the ground.
George Williams, whom we talked about back in the first half, the one to make the tackle.
And a little misdirection this time. Memphis Daniels goes nowhere.
And it was George Williams who met him in the backfield. Now we got a little extra going on.
So maybe a little bit too much misdirection that time.
Well, the misdirection is fine, but you got to make that block on the backside. And Williams was back in the backfield waiting for him.
So that backs up Bluffton. That'll bring up 2nd and 17 now. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the Broad River Bowl. Beaufort just scored on a kickoff return for a touchdown, but they need 3 more scores. Lee Kirkland jumps up in the air and throws it really close to, well, Desmond Galliard, who plays for the other team.
A little dangerous.
OT Decor offers unique lighting designs. Visit their website, otdecor.com, to find the perfect accent to your home. That's otdecor.com.
I mentioned it was white out night. We saw a lot of white t-shirts being given away. It's also camo night for that one group sitting up in
the
upper end. There they are. We can't really see them because they're camouflaged.
They were, as far as I was concerned, they blended right in. Lee Kirkland airing it out again, and he's had luck throwing this one, but this time 2 Eagles around 1 Bobcat equals incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down, so Beaufort will have another chance to do something and get a little closer here. Shamar Sandgren.
Yeah, Shamar went down and said, hey, one of them had to have tripped me. But I think that was a good call, good no call by the officials. Everybody was going for the football. Eagles just had them outnumbered.
Uriel Zarakin into punt again. Bluffton looks like they're missing somebody on the field. There we go. The number just looked like they were 1 short. Oh, low snap, but handled okay. And that takes a big bounce, and that takes a Bluffton bounce. And that's down at about the, if I can get a read on it here. And I still can't get a read on it. Looks like about the 29-yard line. There we go. So Beaufort 71 yards from getting another score on the board. They've got 9.5 minutes left. And it's safe to say right now for them, time is of the essence. Jeffrey Smith, he has been in a quarterback this whole half. He is the only one in the backfield. We got 3 lined up wide right. James Dagan, he's going to go ahead and get the ball, and once again an east-west play that goes nowhere, and we got a hanky on the field.
Jalen Thompson.
It looks like we
making
might
the
have
pursuit.
a face mask on Bluffton.
Yeah. Jalen Thompson with the pursuit, but maybe also the penalty.
Five-yard face mask on the defense. 5 yards to the end of the run.
5-yard face mask.
Still first down. Still first down.
So inadvertent face mask, 5 yards. That'll make it 1st and 5. Dagan in the backfield now with Jeffrey Smith. Smith's going to throw it this time, and he gets some pressured. Balls up in the air, and this one's picked off there by Jalen Thompson. And it looked more like a volleyball up there in the air, and Jalen Thompson was right there underneath it. And Bluffton is back in business now.
Well, Jalen Thompson was the one who committed the face mask penalty on the play before, and that time football ends up all of a sudden in his hands. Hello, as it pops up.
The football gods taketh away, and the football gods giveth. And just like that, Bluffton has the ball back. Smith once again with pressure from Kylan Simmons, who he and Eli Mitchell have been spending a lot of time in the Beaufort backfield this evening.
Trey Hayward was the intended receiver, but Bluffton gets its second interception of just the last few minutes.
Elite Physical Therapy, be an advocate for your health care. You have a choice, choose the best. Elite Physical Therapy.
Now, if Jeff Shane was right, John Hopp sent his team onto the field and just said, grind it out, go get them. Let's run some clock and let's finish this thing off.
And John Swinton gets it, and he goes up and he gets some yardage there, and that's just what they're looking for. Picked up the better part of about 6. They just want to let that clock keep on running down now.
Yeah, let's get a little something going between the tackles. Eat some clock and eat some real estate right here.
Hilton Head Exterminators, keeping Lowcountry homes and businesses bug-free for nearly 50 years. Go to HiltonHeadExterminators.com. That's HiltonHeadExterminators.com. Kirkland takes it, gives it to Swinton again. Swinton's got some room now, and he's got a first down, and that's just what the Bobcats are looking for.
John Swinton again between the tackles.
Comes into the game only scoring once so far this year. His longest run of the season coming in was 16 yards.
Desmond Gaylord making the tackle, but in the secondary for the Beaufort Eagles. Now we've got the clock stopped.
And referee John Powiol seems like he doesn't like something.
He doesn't like the clock.
He doesn't like the clock.
After the first down, clock didn't stop.
Okay, we had a Village Park Homes timeout. Now we're out of the Village Park Homes timeout.
Yeah, he wanted to see 7:50 put on the clock. It was. Now it's down to where it was before and ticking away from there.
Lee Kirkland taking his time. No reason to rush for the Bobcats. Swinton gets it again. He's got a hole. He's going on the right side. He's inside the 5-yard line, or inside the 15. And Bluffton slowly plotting it downfield. That'll set up 2nd and short again. Cut down to about the 14-yard line.
Bobcats playing a little Beaufort Eagle football. Just pound it between the tackles here.
And that will, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken, that'll give him 2nd and 7. There's a pitch to Swinton, who's met in the backfield, and he's got nowhere to go. Nice play right there by number 6 for Beaufort, Jacob Anderson. He got right in there and pushed everything backwards. and made it now, so we've got about 3rd and 10 or 11 for Bluffton. And we'll see if Lee Kirkland puts it up in the air. So in fact, 3rd and 11. 6:15 left here in the game. Bluffton looking to put this one away. Kirkland fakes it, runs to the left, throws it, and it's intercepted. Right there, Will Kelly's got the ball, and he wants to show everybody that not only he can tackle, he can catch and run, and he slows down Bluffton a little bit, and Beaufort gets the ball back.
He kind of staggers off the field saying, I could have had more than that.
That's right. You always feel that way.
And we've got a penalty against Beaufort, a block in the back after the interception. The fake was to Sandgren, so that took one of your weapons out of the play, and then Kelly, anticipating the pass, does a great job to get in there and pick it off.
And Kirkland threw it right into a crowd. But Kelly with the heads-up play, Beaufort gets the ball back. So they're doing everything they can to try to hold on to some hope here, but unfortunately the clock's winding down on them. And right now they're close to 91 yards from getting it into the end zone.
Well, that's the number that Dagan ran it back for the touchdown for their only score of the game. You asked them to score quick before, and they did. You want to do it again?
If we're going to get this one closer, they need to. Smith's going to air it out. He's got some pressure, and he's just going to throw this one out of bounds. So once again, kind of the theme all night, the Bluffton defense putting pressure on Jeffrey Smith, not giving him much time to find anybody. And that's exactly what happened there, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Village Park Homes is your true hometown builder. They're close to everything and far from ordinary. Village Park Homes.
Eagles spreading it out now. Just one back in the backfield and 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Dagan back with Smith.
Jeffrey Smith looking, throws a quick one across the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Trey Hayward. Or no, I'm sorry, he was looking for Reed Rochelle. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 now. Don't forget to stick around. The Charles Sampson Group of Charter One Realty, they are going to present the MVP award at the end of the game. So make sure you stick around with us to see who is going to garner those accolades.
Chase Geinup and Brendan Bowersox, 2 seniors brought in now to play the guards. They've been shuttling back and forth with a couple of juniors, so a little extra experience in that
3rd and
offensive
10 now,
line.
And here comes the rush again, and they got Jeffrey Smith, and he got the ball off to James Dagan, who steps out of bounds at about the 8. But what a play by Jeffrey Smith here. It certainly didn't look like it was a play that, you know, he meant to do, obviously. It's so dangerous. He was doing everything but I guess he wasn't down. There was no signal that he was down, and fortunately for him, James Dagan was right there. Heads up play by Jalen Thompson as he stayed right with the play to get James Dagan out, because Dagan's already shown that he's got some wheels and he can take it a long way.
DJ Aiken almost.
Jeffrey Smith handles a bad snap, gets off a low punt. It's only going to get out to the Beaufort 38-yard line, and that's where Bluffton's going to take it over. So Jeffrey Smith does everything he can to stop himself from getting a safety, and then handles a bad snap and gets the punt out to the 38-yard line, where Bluffton will take over with 5.5 minutes left here in the Broad River Bowl, leading 28-7.
Been a long night for Jeffrey Smith. He has been chased out of the pocket repeatedly, and then on defense he has to go back and play in the secondary, where Shamar Sandgren's been tormenting him.
And once again now, the theme is going to be give it to John Swinton and let him run out some clock. He didn't pick up very much there, so that'll bring up second and probably close to 10. Lee Kirkland tonight, the junior quarterback, thrown some wonderful long balls. He's hit 3 times with Shamar Sandgren for scores, 1 time to Rakeem White, and that has been all of Bluffton's points. Beaufort has had to rely on James Dagan taking a kickoff back 91 yards, their only score of the game. Kirkland's going upstairs again. He's got a man right there, but the ball was underthrown. Rakeem White knew that he had a step there on Desmond Galliard, but the ball was a little underthrown, one of the few times on a longer ball tonight. And one of the officials telling Mr. Galliard that you just need to make the play. You don't have to stand around and celebrate it, especially when you're trailing 28-7.
That's a good bit of mentoring by the officials.
Yes.
You don't need to throw the flag and embarrass everybody and do that. Just
3rd and 10 for Bluffton now from the Beaufort 38. Kirkland takes it, rolls to the right, throws, and he picks up about 5 yards there. They're going to be a little short of the first down.
Rakeem White gets it just short of the 30. They need to get past the 28 to get the first down.
And that'll bring up 4th down, and let's see what John opts to do.
White on that reception.
And we're going to try a field goal here. He's going to bring in Evan Hayes. He's going to let Evan try one from about 49 yards out.
He was kicking them that long before the game.
Low snap, Ball is blocked. And that's about the worst nightmare that could have happened was for Bluffton, was that Beaufort would have blocked it and picked it up and taken it all the way for a quick score to pull within 2 scores and keep things manageable.
Yeah, the low snap doomed that play from the beginning, and Memphis Daniels wisely covering it up. It does give Beaufort some terrific field position at midfield, but they've only got 4:27 left to go, and the offense has not put it in the end zone tonight.
Turbyville is your local independent insurance agency that has you covered throughout the Lowcountry. Turbyville Insurance.
Jeffrey Smith's gone all the way here in the second half.
Beaufort needs to score. They need to score quick. Last time I said that, James Dakin took it 91 yards for a touchdown. Smith airing it out here and throws the ball. Tries to hit number 87 there, Matthew Haley, but the ball was thrown just a little wide, as they say, just a bit outside. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. 4:21 left here in the Broad River Bowl.
But they were trying to follow instructions. You told them they had to score quick.
They were going for the long ball. That's exactly right. And we should probably see that a few more times. James Dagan in the backfield there with Jeffrey Smith. Our game next week pits this same Beaufort Eagle team. They will be going down to May River. So we'll be seeing this squad again. Smith throws it. This one's batted at the line of scrimmage and falls short. Let's go over to Jeff Shane, see what he's got.
Guys, we've talked about the struggles that Beaufort has had rushing. The passing game has also been really tough to put together this tonight. And give credit to Bluffton's defense. They came in allowing over 300 yards of total offense over the course of their first 6 games. They have really shut the Eagles down. Not only are the Eagles struggling to run the ball, but they have completed only 3 passes all night. So for all the flags, all the penalties, a really good performance on the field for the Bluffton Bobcats. Back to you.
Jeffrey Smith takes it, and he's trying to run it and do it himself. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock, picks up a first down, and keeps this Beaufort drive alive. Jeff Shane's sideline report is brought to you by Turbyville, your local independent insurance agency that has you covered throughout the Lowcountry.
Jeffrey Smith Yeah.
Looking a little
his
tired.
helmet. Yeah. Man, this has been a long night, guys. A long and unhappy night as his Eagles trail 28-7 with just over 4 minutes to go.
Referee John Powiol says, hold on a sec. Okay, now we can go. James Dagan in the backfield with Jeffrey Smith. Dagan gets the ball and he takes it right up the middle. He's got some room to run. He cuts to the right. It's a foot race to the pylon. James Dagan's going to win it. He's in for a TCL touchdown. And just like that now, Beaufort pulls to within 2 scores. So James Dagan, for the second time tonight, takes the ball into the end zone for Beaufort.
Watch the move he makes on Shamar Sandgren here. Right there. Sandgren doesn't get faked out a lot, but look at this. Sandgren, whoop, whoop, lost him.
And even Sandgren knew at that point he wasn't going to catch James Dagan. So Beaufort doing everything they can to stay in this one now. Got exactly 4 minutes left. Peyton Langford's kick is up. Peyton Langford's kick is good, and just like that, Beaufort pulls within 14 at 28-14. We'll be back right after this.
Looking for a unique lighting fixture that'll have everyone talking? Check out OT Decor. We have thousands of lighting fixtures that are perfect complements to your house. We carry Kichler, Monte Carlo, Murray Feist, Savoy House, Siegel, and more. Visit our website at otdecor.com to find the perfect accent for your home, or stop by our showroom and visit with our experienced professionals for a personal touch. While you're here, check out our custom cabinets and vanities.
So we have 4 minutes left here in the Broad River Bowl. Beaufort has gone ahead and scored twice here in the fourth quarter to get themselves within 2 scores.
Bryce Holthus, number 17, he's the one that hit the little scooter kick last time that was almost recovered. Tries it onside this time.
This time it's caught by Beaufort. They're going to get the ball back. And mission accomplished just like that.
Brandon Smalls, the defensive end, making the play. He picked that ball up full speed ahead.
He caught it in stride. Here we go. Watch it take a few dribbles there.
Did it go the 10? Yes.
And the Bluffton players, they waited for it to come to them, and that's not what they're taught. You need to go forward and get that ball. They waited, it went 10 yards, and just like that, it was anybody's ball, and Beaufort is back in business.
Brandon Smalls scooped and tried to score. They finally run him down, but the Eagles all of a sudden have a breath of life with 3:55 to go.
Jeffrey Smith throws it, a little pass across the middle, incomplete, and that'll stop the clock and bring up 2nd and 10. So just when you thought it was over, it's not over. No. Beaufort fighting and scrapping, reaching deep to stay in this one, and they're doing just that.
Yogi was right.
Yogi, that's right. It's not over until it's over. 2nd and 10 now. James Dagan takes it again. He's got a little room to run again, and he's not going down, and finally they get a hold of him and drag him down, but not until he gets 6 or 7.
Dagan has a couple of great moves as there's a flag on the play. Hasn't really been able to show them except on the touchdown run, because he's never gotten the ball with a couple of steps to get things going.
Personal foul, white. Oh. Personal foul, green. Penalties offset. Replay first down.
And we have some more of those offsetting things happening.
John Powell a little bit frustrated with
offsetting penalties, personal fouls.
The number of personal fouls both ways.
And he's going to go over there and talk it over with his linesman. So let's see what Mr. John Howie Ole has to say now.
Live ball, not dead ball. Live ball. Personal foul white, personal foul green. Repeat the down. Repeat the down.
So we are going to repeat it. It didn't happen after the play.
And now he's going to have to come over and explain it to his other official. While they do that.
While they do that, we're going to go to commercial. We'll be back right after this.
All right.
Have you been hurt on the job, injured in a car accident, experiencing marital difficulties? Naird and Dubois are attorneys located on the south end of Hilton Head Island. With their extensive experience and knowledge of the law, they can help you on your legal matter. Naird and Dubois offer free initial consultation. So whether you have been hurt on the job, injured in a car accident, or experiencing marital difficulties, call the attorneys of Naird and Dubois now to schedule an appointment to learn about your legal rights.
Hilton Head PSD offers convenient and secure online billing. Just have your PSD bill handy and click on the online bill payment button at WHHPSD.com. You'll be guided through the steps to establish your online billing account. Their payment options allow you to set up recurring credit card payments, you can view your consumption history, and more. Remember to have your PSD bill handy when you visit WHHPSD.com to get started. Hilton Head PSD, we're always working for you.
Okay, so we have 2nd and 10 now, after they got that all straightened out.
Because it
Jeffrey
happened
Smith
before the
pitches
play.
it to James Dagan on the right side, and there's not too much room for him that time. Clock keeps running. He tried to get it out of bounds. And that should bring up 3rd and 7 or so. But they're really in two-down territory here because they need big scores. A big score and a little score here isn't going to do it.
Dagan tweaked his ankle. He has to come out. So they...
Amare Morris comes back into the backfield. Clock is running now. We're under 3 minutes. Morris sets up next to Jeffrey Smith. Smith takes it and gives it to Morris, who's got a little bit of room there. He tries to get the first down, but he's going to come up about 3 yards short, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 3. And we pretty much can say that this one is going to be a must.
Yeah, critical down here for the Eagles. Twice earlier in this game, they've gone for it on 4th down and less than 3 and did not make it.
Bluffton acting like they're going to send all the troops. Jeffrey Smith, not a lot of time to do his thing. They're going to pitch it, and they're not going to get it. Amare Morris comes up short. Bluffton will take over, and you have to feel that more or less that's going to seal the deal here this evening.
82, Keaton Gajeski making the crunching play. But again, this play just didn't develop quickly enough. When Smith finally got around to pitching the ball, the pursuit was already there, and Morris really didn't have much of an opportunity.
So Lee Kirkland's going to get the ball now. Right next to him is the man who you're probably going to see carry it, John Swinton, and they're just going to work on bringing that clock down. And right to Swinton it goes, and Swinton's got a little bit of running room. And he wants to try to stay in bounds, which he does not. Oopsie. So the clock will stop as it keeps going. Okay. We'll see if John Powell catches that.
Yeah. Whoa,
okay.
whoa.
Why is our clock still running here? We need to reset that.
Was it about 2:40?
Would that be called a home field clock operator? No. Okay. So Swin with a nice run picks up about 8, but he does go out of bounds, so they're going to have to tack on some time here as they do.
That's about right.
So 2.5 minutes left here, 2nd and 2 now. My guess, Swinton will probby get it again unless they give it to Memphis Daniels on this little around, which they do, and Daniels picks up a first down.
Memphis Daniels on the carry.
And he was out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock, but it's a fresh 4 for Bluffton, so that'll give them more time to run things down here.
Clock did stop that time. Memphis Daniels on the jet sweep gets the first down. Beaufort still has all of its timeouts left, but they haven't had to use one because Bluffton has run out of bounds.
And let's see if Coach Hobbs makes it clear to Lee Kirkland and the rest of the squad that it would be nice to just stay inbounds now. Let's let the clock keep running. We won't have to run that many more plays. There it goes to Swinton right up the middle, and that's more or less what they're looking for. Keep it right in the middle of the field. And let this clock get down.
Don't forget tonight's game is being recorded by WHHI-TV.
The clock's been stopped. Yep, Beaufort has called a timeout. We'll take a Village Park Homes timeout with Bluffton up by 14.
Home is that magical spot where weekends happen. It's tea parties and superheroes. It's one more bedtime story. It's your firsts, your lasts, and everything in between. Home is where you belong. We get it. Whether it's your first home, your next home, or your dream home, we want to build you the very best home for your life. Let us help you get started. VillageParkHomes.com. Close to everything, far from ordinary.
Turbyville Insurance Agency has you covered in Beaufort, Bluffton, and throughout the Lowcountry. We are your independent insurance agency who will give you choices for peace of mind on your home, auto, business, life, health, and retirement plans by finding the best combination of price, coverage, and service. At Turbyville Insurance, we'll keep up with your changing insurance needs and are committed to customer satisfaction. Call us today and experience the Turbyville difference.
So 2:19 left here in the Broad River Bowl. Bluffton faces a 2nd and 7. Direct snap that time. Right to Shamar Sandgren. He takes it forward, gets a few more, stays in the middle of the field, which is what they're looking for.
And we will have a Bluffton family car.
And we're going to see another timeout this time by Beaufort, and we're going to take another Village Park Homes timeout. We'll be back right after this.
I just wanted something that was local and more affordable. TCL makes it easier for me to be a mom and go to school. Being able to pick my classes, pick the hours, work around my work schedule, take a lot of courses online. The friendly staff members, and it being affordable, it's the best option. I'm a second-year student at TCL. I am Naomi, and I made it happen no matter what.
Ready for a new look in your home? It's time for some new ceramic tile or stone from Creative Interiors Carpet One. We feature the area's largest selection of ceramic tile, stone, and decorative mosaics to fit your unique style. Our long history with top manufacturers let us offer the best prices on all the major brands. We'll help you with what works best for your lifestyle and take the time to discuss your options. Locally owned, we're your neighbors here at Creative Interiors of Beaufort.
For all your floor covering needs, visit us at Creative Interiors Carpet One on Boundary Street in Beaufort.
Sandgren on the carry.
Shamar Sandgren gets it as we come back. And again, a timeout has been called. We'll watch Sandgren take the direct snap. Pick up a couple. I think he's still short of the first down.
But he did what he was supposed to do. Stay in bounds.
He did indeed. Beaufort uses its last timeout with 2:05 left. Let's take one more break here. 28-14, Bluffton.
Beam Graphics Printing Company. We specialize in custom printing, screen printing, embroidery, engraving, trophies, team uniforms, business uniforms, signs and banners, and much more. We are conveniently located in the heart of Bluffton at 12 Johnston Way across from the post office. For all your printing needs, call the locals at Beam Graphics, 843-837-9663. You can also check us out online at beamgraphics.com and like us on Facebook for specials and design ideas.
Hi, I'm Chris Butler, owner of Butler Marine. We are your #1 dealer in the Lowcountry for outboard boats, and we feature the largest indoor showroom in the Southeast. Butler Marine has a wide selection of new and used boats, including bow riders, skiffs, catamarans, and center consoles. We are the largest Key West dealer in the country and the largest Yamaha dealer in the area. With our large parts department, we have any part you need, and we can even store your boat at our new dry stack facility in Port Royal. You can visit us at butlermarineinc.com. Butler Marine, come visit us and discover the difference.
Be part of something great. Join the CBC First Federal Bank family. A history of strength and a vision for the future. CBC National Bank and First Federal Bank are coming together to become an even stronger community bank. We're focused on vibrant communities, successful schools, growing businesses, and financial stability. We were voted again by the community as the 2018 Beaufort Gazette Best Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Uriel Zarakin now into punt with 2:05 left on 4th and 5. Just barely gets it off, really close to being blocked. Reed Rochelle touches it, almost lost it, but he's able to fall on it. And that was almost recovered by Rakeem White, who looks like he might have clipped his leg a little bit, but looks like he's now going to get up.
Watch the rush now. From the left side and the right side, George Williams leaps and almost gets it.
It looks like it almost went right through his arms. And Reed Rochelle there tried to get it and almost lost it. So with just under 2 minutes left, Beaufort still has a pulse. Albeit it's a weak pulse, but they still have a pulse. Jeffrey Smith in the shotgun, once again with James Dagan, who scored twice for Beaufort. Smith looking to air it out and throws it deep down the left side, and he had a man who just couldn't quite get away. That was William Winburn.
One of the rare times Smith's had enough time to throw, to really set and pick out a receiver, and he overthrew Winburn.
Brings up 2nd and 10 now, 1:50 left here in the Broad River Bowl. Bluffton leads it 28-14. Beaufort doing everything they can to try to get on the board again and try another onside kick. And another deep throw. Looking that time once again for Matthew Haley, but he was well covered, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Bluffton about to break a 2-game skid and about to extend Beaufort's losing streak to 4 in a row. And the Eagles have to go in and play May River next week. Even though May River is a class lower, the enrollments are very close. And May River has been a juggernaut the last few weeks.
They sure have. Beat this Bluffton team earlier in the year 35-21. Smith under a little bit of pressure, throws it out to James Dagan, who tried to take off and do a little running before he had the ball. Or I'm sorry, that was Trey Hayward. Tried to run before he had it.
That'll bring up 4th down.
And that'll bring up 4th down. Hayward trying to make something happen, but it's hard to do it if you don't have the ball. So 4th down now from their own 20-yard line. Jeffrey Smith trying to keep this alive, and he throws it across the middle. It's incomplete to Reed Rochelle. And can we start singing the Don Meredith song now? The party's over. Kind of like that. He did it better.
Yeah, give him the credit for that.
Yes.
Dan DeRue.
Yeah, that's right. Howard Cosell would be giving him the business right now.
Well, Bluffton has given Beaufort the business tonight, leading 28-14. We'll see if there are any scores to settle from past games that somebody wants to rub one in. Doesn't look like it. Looks like Bluffton's had enough. Ball's down, recovered by Rakeem White as John Swinton let it slip out of his hands with just under a minute and a half to go.
They're doing everything they can to extend this game. Scoring for tonight started out with Rakeem White on Bluffton's first possession, getting a 38-yard pass from Swinton, and then Shamar Sandgren on catches of 63, 53, and 17 yards. That accounts for Bluffton scoring. James Dagan returned a kick 91 yards and has a 20-yard run for Beaufort, and that has been our scoring and puts us where we are here at 28-14.
Lee Kirkland signaling over to the sidelines as if to say, oh, come on, can I get one more? Instead, he gives it to Swinton.
And Swinton up the middle, and we are now under a minute, and Bluffton, once again, they will go to 3-4. They will break a 2-game losing streak, as Bob just said. Beaufort, this is going to be their 4th loss in a row. They'll go to 3-4.
But more importantly, Bluffton with a region win. This is the first week of region play in this odd Class 4A region that has just 4 teams in it. Bluffton, Beaufort, Hilton Head, and Colleton County. 3rd and 8 now for Bluffton. Kirkland's going to take it and just take a knee. Now. And that's probably going to bring out a flag, as it does. And we've had a few of those tonight.
Personal foul, that way.
John Powiol is not overly excited when he sees that, but that was definitive, and that's going to mark it probably about halfway to the goal line, be an automatic first down, and that pretty much ought to end things here. Brendan Bowersox, just a few too many words and a little shove there at the end. Once again, we want to remind everybody to stick around for the post-game presentation. We'll be talking to winning coach John Hopp when we get done, and then after that, making the MVP award presentation, sponsored by the Charles Sampson Group of Charter One Realty.
Well, it's over now. Okay. Bobcats come away with the victory.
And that's going to be it. They've decided to let the clock run out. So as we finish here, the Broad River Bowl ends with the Bluffton Bobcats winning on homecoming night 28-14 over the Beaufort Eagles. We'll be back with the post-game presentations right after this.
Looking for a unique lighting fixture that'll have everyone talking? Check out OT Decor. We have thousands of lighting fixtures that are perfect complements to your house. We carry Kitchler, Monte Carlo, Murray Feist, Savoy House, Siegel, and more. Visit our website at otdecor.com to find the perfect accent for your home, or stop by our showroom and visit with our experienced professionals for a personal touch. While you're here, check out our custom cabinets and vanities.
The life lessons that I learned playing football are priceless and started much earlier than my NFL career. As part of a team, I learned accountability, discipline, and the value of hard work. But the most important lesson is safety. Keep your kids safe during practice and during the game. Educate yourself and your kids. Learn the symptoms of concussions and how to prevent them. Everything starts with fundamentals, but remember, safety is first. For more information, visit peacockloves.com.
Home is that magical spot where weekends happen. It's tea parties and superheroes. It's one more bedtime story. It's your firsts, your lasts, and everything in between. Home is where you belong. We get it. Whether it's your first home, your next home, or your dream home, we want to build you the very best home for your life. Let us help you get started. VillageParkHomes.com. Close to everything, far from ordinary.
And we welcome you into the post-game show. It was the beginning of region play here tonight. It was homecoming here in Bluffton, and the Bobcats delivered. They win it 28-14 over Beaufort. Coach, the scoring on your part, big plays is what did it, but really the defense was the difference tonight and the pressure they put on the quarterback there for Beaufort.
Absolutely agree. We talked about it on Sunday that we had to get some fire back on our defensive side. We wanted to bring some more pressure, and Coach Johnson and I sat down and he did a great job game planning, getting these guys ready. We knew if we could bring some pressure and spark something on the defensive side, that'll wake us up on offense, and that's called team offense and team defense. We come together as a group, and because of that, we were able to exploit what we could do on offense.
Offensive coaches like to see teams march down the field. You guys didn't march. You just hit home runs in the first half and really didn't do a lot else offensively, and yet you built the lead that way.
That's right. We have some big playmakers on our team, and anybody can catch the ball at any point in time, and we can run the ball at any point in time. We just got to have the opportunity to do it. And when we do it and we actually capitalize on a good ball, good handoff, good blocking, we have some great vision to see where we're going down the field. And sometimes we've been able to prove we can take a 9-minute play or 9-minute drive, go down the field. There's times we can score in 5 seconds. So we got a lot to showcase there.
You're welcome to take a shot at me here after you and I were chatting at halftime. I said, just don't fumble the opening kickoff.
Yeah, I appreciate the jinx right there, yeah.
But you turned it back around and again, continue to make the plays on offense.
You know, and that's the point. We know adversity is going to kick in at some point. You never know when it's going to happen. I mean, we had a lot of turnovers. We had a lot of mental mistakes tonight, but we still held them to 14 points, and that's not a bad offense over there. It's not a bad team. They're a very physical and aggressive team, and to do that, we did our job, and we overcame negativity and adversity and bad things that happen, and you know what? We are going to get better from that every single time.
Your pressure came from the corners tonight. Scouting them, did you see something that led you to believe that if you got to them quick around the corner, you could make it so that they'd have a tough time executing?
Well, we know they want to run the ball, and we want to try to plug the middle with our insides, but, you know, they try to run the option. They want to get outside the pocket, even when they try to throw the ball. So we want to be able to seal them as much as we could and have them worry about our guys coming off the edge instead of being able to look down the field. And when you can do that, their vision's no longer worrying about what they're doing. They're worried about not getting hit.
Bob, do you have something there for Coach?
We got to give them the Broad River Bowl trophy. I got you. We just don't need any jinxes there. We don't want anybody fumbling that.
No fumbles. When we come back, we'll have the MVP presentation right after these messages.
Turbyville Insurance Agency has you covered in Beaufort, Bluffton, and throughout the Lowcountry. We are your independent insurance agency who will give you choices for peace of mind on your home, auto, business, life, health, and retirement plans by finding the best combination of price, coverage, and service. At Turbyville Insurance, we'll keep up with your changing insurance needs and are committed to customer satisfaction. Call us today and experience the Turbyville difference.
The Hilton Head Homebuilders Education Foundation has been providing local high school graduates in Beaufort, Jasper, and Hampton counties with scholarships for over 25 years. The Education Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization formed to support and raise funds for continuing education. Donations are vital to the success of the program. To become involved or to contribute to the Hilton Head Homebuilders Education Foundation, contact HBA staff today. Elite Physical Therapy has enjoyed being your physical therapy provider for the past 10 years. They focus their attention individually with each and every patient, providing a hands-on approach to accelerate your recovery so you can get back to the active lifestyle to which you're accustomed. At Elite Physical Therapy, you'll be treated by the same licensed physical therapist every session to work towards goals you set together. Take control of your health care and choose the best in physical therapy.
Hi, I'm Chris Butler, owner of Butler Marine. We are your #1 dealer in the Lowcountry for outboard boats, and we feature the largest indoor showroom in the Southeast. Butler Marine has a wide selection of new and used boats, including bow riders, skiffs, catamarans, and center consoles. We are the largest Key West dealer in the country and the largest Yamaha dealer in the area. With our large parts department, we have any part you need, and we can even store your boat at our new dry stack facility in Port Royal. You can visit us at butlermarineinc.com. Butler Marine, come visit us and discover the difference.
And we welcome you into the MVP presentation, sponsored by the Charles Sampson Group of Charter One Realty. Charles, it wasn't really that hard to pick out somebody tonight. 3 times he got himself into the end zone, gave the Bobcats a 28-0 lead. They were able to hold on from there. Shamar Sandgren, congratulations.
Thank you.
Your offensive line gave Lee Kirkland, the quarterback, time to throw it tonight. The couple times you broke free and Rakeem White on the first score of the game. Once you guys got behind the defensive secondary, it was all fun to the house. That's a good feeling, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Charles, I believe you have something for Shamar
I do.
there.
Shamar, those are great catches, and congratulations, most valuable player.
Shamar Sandgren, the MVP of the Broad River Bowl. We'd like to thank you so much for joining us tonight. Next week, we have Beaufort at May River. For our production team, Jeff Shane and Bob Stevens, I'm Chris Tremblay. We'll see you next time right here on WHHI Sports.
Whoa.